This is quarterfinal number 2
Mm-hmm.
between Capoch and Vinchester, Dave, and it is the polls for Vinch. So tell me what he did against Hera last week in that little show match.
Well, if I remember correctly, he went for water pressure. He cleared up Hera's water, and then I think Hera was Saracens against Poles.
That's a really, really wacky
Yeah,
matchup.
really weird civs, I know. And he went on to stone right away, but because he cleared up the water from Hera, he didn't go into a castle. He went into a TC boom behind it. So I didn't actually get to see the prepared strategy from the Poles pick. I got to see an adapted version of it, right? As he's gone and docked the middle water, the deep fish are going to be a little far away, but he does have 3 of them he can go to, and it's going to maybe be a little bit more difficult for Capoch to find that dock in the middle there.
Yeah, so the reason Poles is a standout to me is because when you think economy with Poles, you think farming.
Mm-hmm.
And you normally don't see a lot of farming civilizations excel on Nomad because the fish start. You think of Franks, for example. You don't see Franks picked here too frequently. In fact, we haven't seen Franks played very much at all in this entire event.
Yep.
You then have Slavs, faster farmers. You just wouldn't really think that those 2 civilizations and then Poles would excel. But what I like about Poles is that they're really good at taking land control. And occasionally players get too caught up on the water and they don't have a proper balance. And I think Capoch as a player is so good at streamlining his strats.
Yep.
Like if you watch the Bad Boy Tato series, Capoch isn't going to do any of that. I'm going to make a couple of this, make a couple of that, make a couple of this. No, he will like commit to 1 or 2 things. Lots of eco, lots of fires, for example. And maybe if he overcommits on water, Poles could have some success here.
Capoch is a very intelligent player, and I think you can really tell that because he has no hair, and I can relate to that. You know, when you have a big head, the hair, there's just not enough surface area for it to stick around. So Capoch is very, very intelligent, and he's a strategist. I remember at Red Bull, one of the sets, he knew he was going to go through, but he had to play like Hera or something, and he knew he was probably going to lose that. So he had a really bad draft and civ selection and map selection for that. It was really predictable. I let him know the night after that his draft was really predictable, and he just kind of looked at me and winked. He's like, "Yeah, I know. I did that on purpose."
Yeah, because it didn't matter, right? He's
yeah,
like, hey,
so he
wanted to let people know.
He wanted to make everyone else think he was an idiot for doing that draft. It was just a really nice insight into what a strategic mind he has, you know?
I think what Capoch needs in this series as a whole is I think Capoch needs to turn those small moments into big moments right away. Whereas Vinchester, I'm going to find some unique examples here. Like if Vinchester kills 1 Vil, he's going to snowball that into a second TC, and then a third TC, and then a faster this, a faster that. For Capoch in this series, because Vinch has been playing so well with all the tiny things, it's got to be more about the big moments.
Mm-hmm.
Big plays with the siege, all-inning on knights, crossbows. And he is, I think it's fair to say, and not mean to Capoch to say, he's a massive tryhard. He's a massive tryhard.
Sweat lord.
Should be in
for
tourneys.
sure.
Yeah, he's a sweat lord. Like he lames me in ranked games. Like literally every time Capoch plays, he is playing like it's the most important game of his life. And this is one of the most important sets of his Age of Empires 2 career too, because I don't think he has made it this deep into an S tier tourney either.
That isn't
something similar we were saying to Bad Boy.
No, he hasn't. Something that isn't Empire Wars, I believe. Because like if you think about all the Red Bull things, Capoch was involved. In most of them, right?
True.
Yeah. So I'm not sure where. I'm sure he's got to the top 8 in an RM tournament. I just can't remember which one, but
well, in S tier you've got for the last 2 years you've got Hidden Cup, you've got
King of the
NACs,
Desert,
you've got King of the Desert,
and then you have stuff like Holy Cup was S tier as well.
Yeah, I really don't think he was top 8 in any S tier RM events.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. We're actually 2 quarterfinals in, and we're saying that already 2 players haven't been this deep in a tourney before this magnitude.
Is Capoch gonna find the dock finally from Vinchester? He's basically eliminated all the other possibilities. Look at that scouting from him all the way along the edge. And he'll come over and he will find this one. Vinchester knows where the dock from Capoch is because he lost his sheep there. And there we go. Confirmation. Yeah. Dock is right there from Vinchester. And that's a short walk away for Capoch. And I think Capoch is going to be up to the feudal age first. Capoch is going to have a really good position if he goes forward to dock that to take out the fish from Vinchester.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird spot, right? So let's say Vinchester's going to fight for water. Vinchester will likely use his villager to dock more to the right-hand side. So then he's got 2 docks in the same area.
Mm-hmm.
And then these fishing ships that are kind of running out of fish will have more food that's close by. If Capoch tries to dock the center, he's got 1 dock in that area versus, in theory, 2. But this all depends on
Well,
how
you got to
Vinch
look
wants
at the
to play it.
uptimes too, right? If Capoch is faster there, he can get some pressure right away. Oh my God, that is such a nice mining camp. It's a shame that he does it with Japanese, but he's got it in between the gold and the stone there for Capoch. Very fortunate resource generation. Meanwhile, Vinchester, one of the reasons he really likes the poles, I feel, probably the major reason, is that he can adapt his build orders to just go onto stone, and he'll get the gold income from that, right?
Yeah, so here's what's tricky about poles. I think with fast castle builds, it's really good to go to stone, as he's going to do now, and you get gold as well, like you mentioned. But the problem is you can't be competitive with gold-oriented feudal builds, because for every 10 stone you bring in, you're bringing in 5 gold. So Capoch is more efficiently bringing in gold, and he's gone fast feudal, and he's going to dock right where we maybe expected.
Yep.
So
And he's making
this is really good for Capoch.
He's making a 3rd dock up in the north too. It's Japanese fishing ships. They gather a little bit faster. Vinchester will be able to see this dock from Capoch. So
Could
he'll
deny
see
that
that
with the
coming.
bill.
Yeah, he could, but Tristan, he's not even up to feudal age yet. Does he have it queued? He has it queued behind a villager. So Vinchester is just going to go straight FC. He will lose his fish against the feudal pressure from Capoch, but because there's only 1 dock over here, it will take Capoch time to kill all that stuff, and he hasn't even queued up a fire galley from it. He doesn't have the wood.
Honestly, I just fish boom right now. You had like 1 or 2 fire galleys from the middle, but the rest of your wood I would put directly into fishing ships in the north. Because what you don't want is for Vinchester to have a smoother castle time than you. But
Yep.
My thing is, do you like try and go tower rush here? He kind of knows where Vinch is. Do you try and switch into archers? Because kind of feels like Vinchester will drop a castle if you don't do anything.
And Vinchester even has a villager behind making outposts too. Capoch wisely getting town watch. Love that.
He got housed.
You want to be aware. Oh, well.
He's
you know
such
what?
a wise, bald player.
Yeah,
Dave.
so
Oh my God.
strategic, man. Going for
Wow.
town watch instead of being housed. Imagine that. Only an expert would do
I
that.
don't like how he made a fire from... Well, actually, it's not the biggest deal. He made a fire on the outer ring, and he actually found the Vil, so...
Yeah, I mean, he almost kills that. Oh my goodness,
man.
that villager is on 1 HP, and that villager could be so annoying later in the game. Great stuff from Vinchester to save that, but Vinchester had to pull his fish away already. Pulled him all the way to the right side. He's got a Vil there waiting to make a dock. And Capoch not paying attention. He hasn't killed any of the ships in the middle. He's looking for them now.
It starts to reposition. I think Capoch was focusing on some of his eco things. He's brought in another boar. He's now going to add a barracks. I'm really curious on if he knew the villager was in the corner, because it kind of felt like he patrolled his fire ship.
Yeah, he did.
I just happened to find
And
it.
now the Vil is going to go back and make another dock up there.
And it's healing, too, with poles. We
Yep.
never talk about this, but they actually heal up every minute. Or actually, it's not every minute. I forget the exact numbers on it. But that villager will be a pretty strong villager soon.
I think it's like 1 HP every 10 seconds.
All I know is I went into a Vil War once with poles.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
work.
Well, no. So I just remember because it was against John Slow, right? And I was like, oh, I'm winning this. And then it got closer and closer, and I was like, do it for the content. And I ended up somehow winning on 1 HP, and you know Terror, right? He's like, what?
Yeah.
What happened? I always forget about that bonus.
Yeah, it's 5, 10, 15, 20 per H. And that's HP per minute. So it would be every 6 seconds in feudal age.
Okay, every 6 seconds.
Yep. In-game
Obviously,
seconds.
right now, the dock position is really strong for him, too, because if he could get his upgrades in the next age, he could kind of sandwich the fishing ships in the north and prevent Capoch from expanding.
Capoch is sending a Vil up there. He wants to dock in that position, but he still hasn't noticed the dock from Vinchester. He finds the other dock on the right side from Vinchester. Vinchester only with the... he still has quite a few fishing ships left, but some of those are weak. Capoch with another fire galley in the south that's looped all the way around. He can send in there, which he's doing right now. Capoch now on the way to the Castle Age. 2 minutes away. Vinchester just 20 seconds away. And Vinchester with 755 stone. And he's a coming. He is coming here. Capoch making 1 archer. Capoch actually has potential to deny this if he sees it right away.
He's got a lot to look at. He's docking the left side. He's moving his fish. He wants to focus on water. I'm with you. If he sees this, he can deny it with a tower and an archer.
Yep. And he's on stone too. He's on stone too. And Vinchester sees the archery range, sees the archer, goes immediately for a monastery siege workshop. He's going to get some units on the field to support the castle foundation. Make sure that it actually goes up.
I don't think Capoch notices this. He's not making any more archers, and his archer's just chasing because he happened to have an archer around. But he did not react to that, Dave. He's full focused on the water, and this is what we talked about. Like, he focuses so much on water, and he's just a little late to reacting, and now he sees this, and now he's like, oh, God.
Well, he's going
and now he goes for the towers.
He goes for double tower, and it looks like he was housed there, or he didn't queue up any archers. Scorpion is out from Vinchester. Double tower here from Capoch. This is going to be close, but I think Vinchester can get this down. Still, the archer will come out, maybe harass a little bit. Oh, boy, this is going to be close.
If he would have had 1 or 2 more archers, I think this genuinely would get denied.
Don't attack the Scorpion. Oh, jeez.
Auto attacks on the first volley.
Yeah,
the villas also heal up a little bit. The castle goes up. And now, like, this is exactly what Vinchester wanted. He's got full map control. He might have lost his fish, but there's only 9 fishing ships out there for Capoch. This is such a problem for Capoch now. I don't even know what you do from here.
Yeah, now Vinchester can add extra TCs behind this. And Capoch, if he wants the pressure, like, Vinchester doesn't have to worry about any land pressure, because if Capoch wants to pressure it, he's going to have to go under that castle.
Yeah.
And Capoch is going for Cav Archers now. I mean, I guess, but your Cav Archers are going to get hit as soon as they come out of your first archery range by that castle.
Yeah, just a lot of problems right now. But you do have fish, and every time someone goes forward castle against you, you have the potential to counterattack. So I think that's what Capoch is going to try and do. Here he goes with his 2 Cav Archers. He runs right into a Scorpion and a Monk. Oh, delete it, please. Okay, he gets away, but
he's got another one.
Vinch is on the ball.
He's got another one in Vinch's base, but Vinch already has a watchtower there. He's playing this so well, honestly.
Well, it's just the castle was a risk, right? The castle was a risk. And if Capoch would have had even 2 or 3 archers, I think that gets denied. Or even build his towers a little faster.
Yeah, he had town watch too. He should have seen it coming, but like you said, he was focusing on water. Has retained water control, is now going for a second TC in the south. If he was just 10 seconds faster with those towers, even 5 seconds faster, I think he has potential there.
And it sucks to be Capoch now, because you know that. You know that castle shouldn't have gone up. And you know how good your water position is. So you were just like, man, if I would have just paid attention, I would have noticed that. This would be my game right now. But now suddenly you're starting to see Vinch think about the farms. He's farming around the full work.
Even if you don't have food eco, another good thing about polls is if you need food right now to produce, every time you drop a farm, you're getting some food income in. Yeah. So it's really, really nice little civ bonus, and that enables him to keep up production from both of these town centers. And he's still on stone. He could go for another castle soon.
Yeah, I think for Capoch, he really needs to get another TC to the right and make sure they're separated from each other.
Yep.
And then you have to think about when that next castle comes up for Vinchester, what can I do to make sure it's close to the initial one? Because you don't want the next castle to just freely walk forward next to your mining camp, for example. So I think you keep some siege at home with some CA, and then you continue to counter. And honestly, Capoch is doing a really good job considering the situation.
Well, he still has his fish, right? He's got 11 Japanese fishing ships on the water right now. So that's where his advantage is coming from, and that's where the score lead is coming from as well, guys.
Yeah.
Is the fish and the water control. Capoch sees the monk, I think, from Vinchester in the north, and he's going to go try and snipe that with the Cav Archers. They miss both shots. Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Jeez, man. That was bad on both counts. The monk also took forever to convert.
No way.
Good villager kill there from Capoch, though, on the wood line, forcing Vinch to reposition, and Vinch only has 10 on food.
Vinch is going for another castle right up against that TC. There's a mangonel there. If Capoch sees these villagers coming forward. Okay, Vinch nopes out of there real quick.
Oh no, not the. Oh, no. Vinch is back.
Kills the Mangonel with the castle and goes for the foundation right away. And if the Cav archers get too close to these...
Honestly, though, that castle's not a bad castle for Capoch because this area already kind of sucks. So don't even try and stop it. Just let it go up.
It's always going up. It's always going up, Capoch. I think the tower was just kind of a panic reaction. He's going to have to abandon it because there's a Mangonel here now.
Yeah.
Just keep adding TCs. And yeah, he added another TC to the right. Abandon this position. Try to get any value you can with the Mangonel and just leave.
Yeah, so think about what's happened over the last 2 minutes, right? He lost 2 Mangonels, he lost some Cav archers, and he lost some Vills next to this TC. If he would have had that siege and the Cav archers waiting next to his mining camp and just relocated those villagers faster, I think he's still in an okay position. It still sucks, right? You can't really counterattack all that well, but he did do some damage with the CA. But now, like, you've kind of given Vinchester additional ways to do damage. And Vinch is just going to expand to those farms, Dave. And as I watch this, I'm just like, how can Vinch lose?
Yep.
He can farm everywhere with poles. Japanese have water, but it doesn't seem to matter. Such a crazy strat. And is this what Vinchester did against Hera? Did he castle drop? I forget what you said.
No. He was planning on doing it. He had the same fast castle build, but then he took water. And Hera went CA as Saracens as well. And as soon as the CA showed up, Vinch just castled his own base, but he was in a way better position. Like I said, I couldn't see the strategy in full effect because he countered Hera pretty early with other stuff.
So what you can do soon if you're Capoch is maybe drop a castle here. You do not want Vinchester to progress further than he is right now. And you're going to see Vinch's food count spike up. This is where everything starts to look really smooth. And you get 10% of your farm's food when you build it next to the folwark. You get that immediately.
It was a
wheelbarrow now as well.
It was a show match for anyone that's wondering. They did a best of 7 show match. So
yeah,
it wasn't part of the tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Vinchester won 4-1 or something.
Yeah, many confused people. Like, he didn't play Hera. What? Oh, that's a good Cav archer in the back there on the full work from Vinch, but Vinch has a monk there. Capoch sending more Cav archers around. He only has the first armor upgrade, so he's got to be careful about the TC fire, but villager's dying here.
And it feels like a really awkward situation for Vinchester that could have been maybe avoided. He's got his Scorpions attacking a dock. So he hasn't brought them back, and now he's got to drop a tower, and obviously he'll get it down, but not bad for Capoch. If Capoch can just drop a castle next to his mining camp, drop a castle there, and then go up to Imp, I think he still has a chance here.
Yeah, and he's even added a TC to the left of the castles from Vinchester, which is going to be a little bit of a distraction. I mean, it dies, but it's going to...
He's farming there.
It kind of means that, like, Vinchester has to toss some siege up there, and that siege that can't be used on the right side. So I like the boomy approach here from Capoch. He's really utilizing his advantage that he has, which is the fishing ships.
I love how we have the Obuk swinging their hammer and then the miners swinging their hammer. Okay, he hopped into the TC now. But Dave, he just needs a castle. He just needs a castle, and this is honestly where I think you sell all your stone. Just do whatever you can to buy some food and go Imp. Because he's still got some Cav archers running around. He's had great unit control with that. Don't ask me how he hasn't lost them yet. And if he can treb a Vinch back before Vinch gets a crazy eco, this is winnable for Capoch. He's had the population lead virtually the entire game.
I think Vinchester should have invested some of this wood and gold instead of double Mangonel, maybe into trying to get back on the water a little bit earlier. He's doing it now in the middle.
Yeah.
But Capoch has had the free fish boom this entire time. And because of it, he's able to keep production on the villagers. 82 vills for Capoch, 78 for Vinchester. Let's see which player is going to get up first. They're both using the market a little bit.
Idle TC here. Like, I think both players should stop making vills. I could be wrong on that, of course.
Vinch can get food right away. He already got heavy plow, and look at the food coming in as he completes all these farms. Boop, 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 boop. He went from 300 food to 1,000 in the space of like 30 seconds.
Yeah, he did buy some food there with the market, so that helped a little bit. But wow, he's up.
Yep.
And look at Capoch, 6 vills in queue. Again, if he would have sold some of his stone stopped creating vills, bought some food. I think he could be up as well, but now it's going to be 2 castles for Vinch, probably 3. He's got the stone for it. And that will mean trebuchets. And again, you've got that problem where it's like, what's your army comp going to be if you're Capoch? How do you counterattack if you're Capoch? I think Vinchester, who has, how many relics? 4 relics in the middle of the map right now.
Yeah, he's had relics for a long
Feeling
time.
pretty good.
He had 3 relics like 10 minutes ago.
42 on food. Like, this is fine on Arabia, I'd say. To just continue to add vills, continue to add military. But in a choke pointy map on this type of generation, it's always about getting imp to trebs faster.
Okay, one
Still
thing
trading
that
bills.
I think Vince should do, which has been bothering me this whole time, just wall between the water and that castle. Just make something there, because this is the like 5th time the Cav Archers have gone through there.
I guess maybe he's putting his focus into other things. But
Yeah.
it's not like even a palisade wall will help you a little
Even
bit.
just like another house there to force
Also,
them into that.
Capoch is running through here.
Is he coming
Capoch
for a
just feels
castle?
like this is an easy way to run, but he's definitely going for a castle. But this will never happen.
No, I mean, there's 4 scorpions, 2 mangonels, monks, a TC, double dock. But if Capoch gets over there with the Cav Archers to support, maybe he can get a castle on Vinchester's home base.
Also, big shot here for Capoch, maybe, as he somehow rolls through here. With
Oh, there's the
Mangonel.
wall. There's the wall. Yeah, we let everything through, and then we add the wall.
If I've learned anything from Dave's commentary with me to start off this series, it's that if Vinchester shaved his head, he would have known to wall that.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Great castle spot for Capoch. It really secures that boar and the 3 deer. Like I like the idea of fortifying somewhere else and just being annoying, but
dude,
I don't know
this
about that
castle,
one.
like you have the castle in the west in a good position, right? You have the castle in the south, securing that area. This castle is something that Vinchester's going to need to deal with.
Yeah, but
And
think
it's
about
going to
it.
draw
You
units
lose-
away.
You will lose both of your castles if you're Capoch now. It's all about controlling this area. Capoch has so much eco behind his castles. I don't know if the castle on the right's going to matter, but I do like the idea of sneaking through with some villagers.
The privileges is on the way.
You want to say the first word for me? Sriracha.
Sriracha.
Sriracha privilege.
It's just because
Bro.
it's such a spicy tech, dude.
I like it. I like it. Oh, that makes the knights cost 60% less gold. This is also with the civilization that has insane farming eco, a civilization that gets gold when you mine stone. And Vinchester is going to win the Trebor, and Capoch, he's going to build another castle on the right, but Vinch is already making one of his own because he knows he'll just need Trebs there.
Well, there's a trebuchet already out from Capoch there, but I think that castle from Vinch will range all of those villagers, right? Yeah, Capoch
potentially.
needs to cancel that. He adds another castle. My question for you, like, you didn't like the castle over there on the right, but I don't think even if Capoch makes another castle beside his original one, I don't think he holds that position. I think he still loses that.
No, I agree. I think that the mistake was simply continuing to create vills. Like, the mistakes, I think, happened earlier. He was in this, could maybe gone triple castle at home with a faster imp, but Vinchester realized Vinchester beat him there. And yeah, this position for Capoch is basically the only thing now, Dave, that makes us feel like he's maybe got a chance. So you're right. Like, at this time, YOLO it, try and do something.
I think, like, this whole game for Capoch has been... all the success he's found has been when he realizes he can't compete in the main land push. Like, he can't stop the castles from Vinchester, can't win the Treb Wars there. He just needs to expand, keep adding town centers, and keep harassing Vinchester on different points of the map.
If he somehow wins the Treb War on the right, then, you know, you start to think about, can he tech switch and make some units there? Because we haven't really even seen many knights from Vinch.
Yep.
Vinch has been very late to his military. Maybe some Halbs with Japanese, that would still be pretty good, but look at the Vills, man, having to run away on the left. They'll run into the Castle Fire and also the Obuk that are there.
He's got a lot of gold in the bank, Capoch. He's got 47 on gold.
He also has so much eco, 143 eco.
Oh my, yeah, it's insane in this one little area. There's a line there, like where his stable is, that he needs to prevent Vinchester from crossing. Because he's running out of space. He's definitely on a timer, but he's trying to win the Treb War. Cavalier now coming in. They are dying to the castle, but they're managed to take out at least one Treb. Castle from Vinchester goes down, however.
Okay, Vinchester has used a lot of his stone for castles in that one area. He does take out Capoch's castle. And the issue for Capoch is when you're in a high-stress environment, you think create vills, create military, get upgrades, micro. Yep. And you just go through those 4 things. And so right now, he actually can't afford to get Halb, for example, or some of these, or even make the units, because he's got 10 villagers in queue. He's over-booming here. He needs to float some resources for his military.
Oh,
Cavalier
and now
just
there's
storming in.
So many Cavalier, and even if Vinch doesn't have completely the right eco setup for any other civ for the polls, you do. You 100% do. And he's going to be able to spam those Cavalier, and Capoch is just a little bit late to the Halberdier upgrade, a little bit late to the production, like you said. Still 12 villagers in the queue.
Dude, I've been there. What did I have, like 175 vills in my first round?
The Grapple game? Yeah.
Vills in Grapple? Like, you don't think about it, man. You don't think about it. And then, you know, you realize later. But I don't think at this point Capoch is making too many mistakes. The castle in the north, that has actually worked for him. He's actually threatening Vinchester. It's just, can Vinchester benefit from all the good position he took earlier in it? It definitely feels like he is. I think he'll take out the castle now for Capoch in the south. And Capoch might have to consider calling it.
Capoch needed help. He needed help, and he doesn't have it. Like, pikemen are nice, but they're not going to be enough against this, even with that final infantry upgrade. And there's not enough barracks there. He won't be able to save that castle. It goes down. Cavalier are now free to roam inside his base. There's not enough room in that TC, and he calls the GG.
That was a really good way to start off the series.
Yep.
But also interesting, because I think Vinchester could have killed Capoch faster, and he didn't. And Capoch stayed alive for a lot longer than a lot of us expected. So as we go forward to the other games, if Capoch can maybe delay things a little more, obviously Castle in the face is kind of do or die, but if he can keep himself in these games, remember he had a great little comeback series against Backed in the previous round. I think this game showed me that obviously Vinchester came to play, but Capoch can definitely get some wins here.
Yeah, the recovery there from Capoch after the castle was really impressive. The fact that he continued to stay in that game was great. Yeah. And I love the style of just adding more eco, expanding across the map, distracting with the Cav archers. Never just take a straight up fight against Vinch, because you're going to lose, because he has those 2 castles to fall back on. He just couldn't weather the storm long enough to get something rolling on Vinch's side. But I guess, like, if you're looking at this game, you look at the civs they used, not the worst thing in the world from Capoch to burn Japanese here. And obviously for Vinchester, I mean, he loves poles, but not really that viable of a civ on any other map, except maybe Inundation. I thought there was a chance, looking at that civ draft, that maybe he would pick them there and go for a counter strategy, but not to be.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what's curious to me is that Capoch and Tato, and I know they trained together, they both valued Japanese a lot higher than I think I would have valued them. Japanese was the second pick for Capoch. So I guess with that said, maybe it will be disappointing to him. Also, just not being able to see the castle in time is probably disappointment, but we've seen plenty of sets where players would lose game 1. In fact, I think we had 3 out of 4 sets on one weekend in the round of 32 where players who lost the first game came back to win the series. So we'll have some crazy home maps. And actually, does he have Inundation, or does Vinchester have Inundation for a home map?
Well, all you have to do is look at the player who has Bohemians, and that'll tell you who has it. Man, how crazy was that game last weekend where Tata went Teutons to counter Bohemians, and then Valis countered the monasteries from Tato?
It was such a ridiculous game.
That was like so sick.
I've already been a Tato fanboy.
Yeah.
But that game just made me more of a Tato fanboy.
Maybe a Valis fanboy, though, because he read it. He read the strategy from Tato as well.
Yeah, it was a great game. And I'm hoping, because we haven't had that game today that's really just like wowed us, right? We've had some solid competitive games. But what we want, of course, is that one game. I'm hoping we have it next. It will be Compass Dave. So he's saving Bohemians, and he's also going to save Inundation. He's going to go for Compass Game 2, Berbers versus Lithuanians.
All right, I'm ready to go at 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Sorry, Capture Ages. It says waiting, 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 waiting.
Oh, can relate.
Yeah, we should be good to go. Give me a sec. And 3, 2, 1, go. Here we are.
And we
What do
see
you think of this civs?
Berbers, Lithuanians and Berbers. I don't think I've seen either of these civs yet on this map. We usually see civs like Chinese, maybe Japanese, Malay have been present, Italians. Obviously, Italians have been banned out. Chinese have been globally banned from Vinchester, so that's not an option. So I guess we're going to start seeing a little bit of variety here. Lithuanians, great civ because they start with that extra food. So I don't even think you need to keep that villager fishing on the middle with them, but you will have the opportunity to send all your new vills to wood, which means you can get fishing ships out faster. And then Berbers. I mean, I guess faster vills, faster ships, but that's about all I'm seeing. Maybe it's going to be a galley approach from Capoch.
I like Berbers. I'm not sure if the lack of early bonuses helps you here, though. Like, there's a bunch of things that can help. The faster ships you mentioned, well, actually, in theory, I think makes your fishing slightly more efficient if you really want to stretch it, because the fishing ships get there faster. Your villagers can then run to the corner to grab those boars a lot easier. Both players have TC'd very close to the edge, so for Vinchester, that would be a bit more of a struggle to get his. And then in early Castle Age, if it's an even game, I prefer Berbers, because Berbers having the cheaper knights and camels, I feel, is good against the Lithuanians, who are typically going to make their own knights, but they're not discounted. So I guess, like, also, what will Vinchester do early feudal?
Also against Lithuanians, if you take water control, there's no relics for them to grab.
True. Yeah, true.
So you got to kind of prioritize that, right? If they have water control, that's 4 free relics for them. They can even set up a monastery on the middle maybe, but if you take water control, they're not getting any attack boost for their cavalry.
You know, you do have to think back oftentimes and talk about the drafts, what went wrong, what went right. This definitely has the feeling, and it's not like Berbers are horrible here, but if Capoch loses this game, he had Japanese to use. He used Japanese game 1, so losing with Japanese game 1 and then losing here, if maybe we see Berbers as a weak civ, will hurt, I think, as he looks back. But I like Berbers. I would like to see galley opening with Berbers, though, because you have the faster galleys. The weakness is that fires can overwhelm you. But it won't be as big of an issue here.
And if he's going for galley opening, we need to see the docks along the side.
Yeah, on like the northeastern river here. Just get your second and third dock back there.
And don't make the assumption that your opponent isn't going to dive near your TC, because the TC does negligible damage to fire galleys. So having yeah, I'm watching it right now. Oh, snuck around. Faster fishing ships. Yep, snuck around again. Not worth it.
You know what kind of bothers me? So when they started, Vinchester built his TC with 2 vills, and then he went dock in the middle and house, and then went to shorefish. So he's brought in 130 food with 1 vill on shorefish. Capoch built his dock and then wanted to get his TC up a bit faster, so he transported the vill over. But he still hasn't had a vill on shorefish.
Dude, that feudal age time from Vinchester, it's 6 minutes.
What?
It's 6 minutes, Tristan. My man goes up with 15 pop and 11 villagers.
This is the fastest we've seen.
Yeah, this is quick.
There's build orders and then there's this. This is so fast. Wow. I'm trying to think, what can Capoch reasonably pull off here? Like 10 minutes? So even if it's 1 dock for Vinchester, Vinchester's going to have like 3 fires out before Capoch can make his first one? We've seen Chinese banned out a lot because Chinese could pull off wicked uptimes, but even with Italians being played on this map, where it's cheaper to go feudal, we have not seen an uptime like this.
Just the question is, like, what's your economy state going to be in once you get to feudal age? Capoch is definitely going to be surprised by this. He's definitely going to get harassed on water, but is Vinchester going to have the production he needs? Because he's going to only have 1 dock. If he goes for a second dock here, I don't know if he's going to be able to sustain fire ship production or fire galley production.
You know, adding 7 fishing ships is also a bit high for this map for Capoch.
Oh, he's going galleys. Okay, that makes sense.
So I wonder if there's a world where Capoch was not even going to rush fast feudal. Because if he was, this would be late.
Yep.
Maybe what he's doing is he'll adapt into a fast castle. But there he clicks up. He's sending a Dave. He's going to sneak. I like it.
Vinchester's eco is going to be so vulnerable here. Just because he didn't have the villager count. And spending that time going up to feudal age early hurts your economy so much, right? You could have had, what, 3 extra villagers by the time spent there. That vill from Capoch just did like a 580 there or something.
A 580?
I don't know, like a 1290 or something like that. She was spinning.
Look at real quick, just look at the resources collected. This will break down for viewers just the difference between rushing fast feudal and going for a standard uptime. In Age of Empires 2, since your TC handles all the aging up and creating of vills, there are definitely pros and cons, but if the fishing ships go down for Capoch, obviously, it's going to be a pretty good big pro for Vinchester.
I'm gonna pretend like I know where that button is in Capture Age.
It's Control Alt S. But anyways, Capoch has brought in around 500 more resources right now, and there's the barracks for Capoch. Dude, this could be okay. Here's the key with this. We've seen this a few times, and at least from what I've seen, you have to show up with like 2 or 3 archers instead of waiting. Because I think what you want here, they're investing everything into water. You don't want them to be able to invest fully into water to the point where you can't come back. And you want to take them off of gold, which, as I look at Capoch's scouting, he doesn't see the gold that's near his buildings, but he does see the other gold, so he might go right there.
Honestly, Capoch has made 1 militia. Honestly, with that uptime from Vinch, I think you can send units 1 at a time. Because you know that he's investing all of his eco onto water. Like, all of it. As he blocks the transport ship with that galley. That's ridiculous.
I'm just laughing because, well, first off, the llamas won't shut up. This happens every time.
Yep.
But why did he make a militia? The militia, though. He doesn't have a ton of food eco now. He's lost his fish. Vinchester can add more fishing ships if he wants to. But no barracks for Vinch. He's adding a blacksmith to just make his galleys stronger, and the galleys don't really matter anymore.
Capoch is redocking, maybe? What is this villager doing in the south?
Sorry. Oh, that Phil. What?
Desert Island, alone, right side, fishing.
That's very odd. Also,
Vinchester's going for an outpost right near the landing from Capoch.
Telling you, man, like, go 1 range and just rush out as fast as possible. Because think about what Vinch has to do. Vinch would have to drop a tower on the gold, but he cannot do so if you show up with early numbers.
He sees the militia.
The militia chasing. Go to the gold, Capoch. Don't let him tower this. If he towers the gold, Vinchester's fine. But at least force Vinchester to have to run away from this. Now you see the barracks for Vinch. He then has to follow that up with 175 wood into a range.
He's going to the wood line. He goes to the spot he sees, which is the villagers on the wood line. He does not go to the gold, even though he knows the gold is there.
He has to be on gold here to go galleys. You know he's there. And Vinch also hasn't towered, so I'd say like a couple questionable decisions.
Well, Vinch didn't have the wood for a tower until very recently, so he couldn't tower immediately.
I mean, wood is also a really important resource because Vinchester has TC'd so close to the edge of the map, he kind of can't get wood anywhere else. But please just go to the gold, Capoch.
I think he might go now. Yeah, he's sending archers there now because he doesn't see any other gold.
Yeah.
Capoch, so Vinchester got the fish early from Capoch and he started adding more fishing ships of his own, but this is the weakness of this quick uptime, is that you're so vulnerable on land, and he shows up at the gold here, Tristan. No opportunity to drop a tower now. Fletching is coming in from Capoch. Is archers, though, running into the town center?
Capoch is trying to range as much as possible. He fortunately gets away with those archers. Vinchester hasn't reacted.
He hasn't noticed the gold yet. Has not noticed the gold yet. Loses 1 villager there. Is going to lose the second one here. He pulls him away finally. Tries to wall in, and that will save the Vill. Great palisade wall there.
Capoch, this is the malicious time to shine, bro. He's not too interested. And so if Vinch can get... So here's what's tricky. Vinch needs to get villagers somewhere else for gold. But also, for now, he can afford skirms. It's just, can he get enough of them? And will he be able to take the wood for it?
So you remember that fishing villager that was in the South Island? Capoch forgot to make a dock there, and the
Yeah, he's
villager went
dead. I
back
see
with the
that.
food. Yeah, and they ran into the galley. That's truly unfortunate. I don't think either player realized what was happening over there.
It would do Capoch. It would be so good for Capoch if he could just take that boar in the north right now. There's so much to focus on, but if he could bring 300 food in that way, he's about to run out of berries. He's got some other stuff going on, but this is very much an all-in state kind of for both players right now.
Yeah, Vinchester losing a skirmisher near the TC. He's taking out archers, though, from Capoch. Capoch putting outposts all around. And I think... there's so many things I want Capoch to do, but he doesn't have the eco for any of them.
Yeah, exactly. So he took him off of gold, Dave.
Oh, Vinchester's loading in the transport. He's loading into the transport to go get gold somewhere else. So smart. So smart from Vinchester.
Look at the militia, though, in the south. Capoch actually put llamas on both golds there. This is so smart. Put llamas on both golds and has the militia down there. So he might actually realize that the vills are over there.
Yep.
But with Lithuanian skirms, they are speedy. Getting awfully tough. Actually, it's still completely fine. Vinchester doesn't have the numbers yet.
Yep.
But it could get tough if Vinchester could just make 5 to 10 more skirms.
I like the galley additions here from Capoch. That's what I wanted to say earlier. He didn't really have the eco for it, but he's not really paying attention to them. So they're going to be taken out. Fire galley repaired from Vinch, but his skirmishers are dying now. He does have a galley on the land, so maybe that can help him out.
Okay, there's the militia, bro. There's the militia.
Hey! You
Oh,
question
man,
why
this
he
is
made
wild.
this. You question why he made it. This is why.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely got use out of it, and he's constantly focusing on his army. We kind of saw the weakness in game 1 where he's constantly looking at his navy, but he just turned this into a land game, and every time he sees a unit, he's going to try and micro it down. And here he comes with his archers.
Yeah, he comes over here with his archers, but Vinchester also knows the archers will be coming this way.
Oh, and Vinch is waiting, too. He's waiting. Yep. He's sitting on the far side, so the units will have to run away, and the fires can come in behind.
And they're so weak already. Dude, they're already weak, too. 2 archers go down immediately. Meanwhile, at Vinchester's base, more of Capoch's army is going down. He's got the skirmishers now, enough to defend.
This is a great game here, Dave. Vinchester still holding his lead, but there's still so much awkwardness. He's going to lose another villager. To be fair, he hasn't lost that many, but the worker efficiency's been way down for him. I would like to see continuous fires from Capoch, but also then like 15 vills to gold and drop a market. Because you really need Castle Age. I think buying food is going to be your best way to catch up there.
Such a great play from Vinchester to keep transporting over there. It's not something you would immediately think of in the heat of the moment, right? You would try and send villagers over land and risk going through that archer army, but to continue to transport over there to get access to resources you don't have while protecting it with the galleys is a really great play.
Good job from Capoch here, pulling back his fire. Vinchester now knows, oh, I need more fire ships. What Capoch really wants to do is prevent the villagers from leaving.
Yep.
But he's unable to do that because the galleys are still there, and he's probably looking somewhere else right now. But if he makes it over with a couple units, it could still get some value, maybe.
Yeah, it's
and
gonna
he actually makes it through.
He needs to make sure that Archer survives there.
Yeah.
Yep, Archer does survive. Now just keep it alive. The villagers are on the hunt. 1 Archer and 2 skirmishers can be very annoying over on this side. Make the vills chase from Vinch, and Vinch is on the way up to Castle Age, and Capoch is almost clicking up to Castle Age too. Insane game.
This is really well played.
Okay, they all go down.
We have obviously seen the landing work, right? Because the water player lost his gold, but we've also seen the water play work because the player who hasn't prioritized that hasn't had fish. I'm loving the stable for Capoch. That's the proper unit to go into now. Yep. If he can make knights in the next age, he can clear up all those skirms, and he's even keeping his archers alive right now. But I feel like Vinchester's Castle Age time, as he goes over to this gold now, is going to be the difference here. He still has the skirms. He can see this. He's Lithuanian, so the skirms are faster. He can take care of the archers.
Second stable on the way. Oh, he's not noticing it right away. Capoch taking some hits while Vinchester is still walking into him. That's 3 skirms down right away. 4 skirms down right away.
Yeah, this is sloppy. When you have the faster skirms, you should never let him close in like this. But yeah, Capoch will run away. I like the scout edition for Capoch. And I like how he still got a chance here despite getting rocked by a, what was it, a 7-minute feudal, 6-minute feudal? I forget now.
It was 6-minute click up to feudal with 11 villagers.
Just insane.
Like, that's quick.
Well, certainly all the players are going to notice that that's possible now, and I think the build orders for this map are going to need to be even more fine-tuned for tomorrow.
Second TC in the south from Vinchester. I like that TC spot. Like it a lot.
Vinchester's main concern right now is if knights show up, what do you do? And so he's adding a monastery. Another good addition for him. He'll probably get some monks out there.
That galley on the land.
Capoch does have a scout, and Capoch, he is untouched at home right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same militia on the right side?
Yeah. No, he went around. He went around. Scout will be able to maybe take out a villager. It got a little weakened by the galley that's been sitting on the land there north of Vinchester's economy, but should be fine, and he should be up to the castle age soon. War galley upgrade completes from Vinchester, so he's going to get more map control, and he goes for a town center.
Oh my god, dude. That is so risky, Vinchester. That is so risky. The knights are on the way. He maybe doesn't know the stables are there, Dave. He knows one is there. Feels like maybe it'll go up with a little bit of quick walling.
Yeah. You just simply palisade or stone wall or house wall around the vills. And there's already a monk out. There's already a monk out. It'll definitely go up. He'll lose a couple villagers here, but that's it. 2 vills go down. Monk trying to get the conversion. Capoch now going for a monastery of his own and a siege workshop. Also adds a second TC there. So it's going to be really tough for him to support double stable monastery siege workshop with 2 TCs. He's going to have to make a choice here.
Great micro from Capoch, though, with this army. And he's going to have siege and monks of his own. But you're definitely right. I think something's going to have to give. I think that TC might be mainly for protection right now.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have the eco to produce out of them at the moment. Obviously, Vinchester with the lead here, but he's going to lose a monk to the knight from Capoch. Well played.
Good snipe. Another monk coming out.
His weak one's alive, Dave.
Yep.
Pulls back again. There's a chance here Capoch could get a big swing. If he can get his own conversion here and then snipe the monk with the siege. I think this is possible. Let's see. Pop out with the siege. Hit the monk.
Kill the monk.
Okay.
Okay, hit nothing.
Oh.
And he lost really 2 knights to he lost 2 knights to spearmen in the back because they hadn't been healed up yet.
Oh,
and he kills
killed
another
his own
monk.
knight. Oh, Capoch.
Dude.
Like, think about what could have resulted from that. He could have killed one of the monks.
Yeah.
He would have, instead of 4 knights, he'd have like 6 or 7. And he could really start mounting a push on this TC, but now it's going to be more awkward.
Yeah, with 3 TCs now from Vinchester, still has water control, so Capoch is going to struggle to go across these marshy areas. And 4 monks in defense. Vinchester is in a fantastic position. Still, Capoch has a chance here. He has the siege numbers. He's got a knight roaming over to the right side, so Vinchester needs to realize that. And he's got 3 more knights following. This could be bad if Vinchester doesn't notice this.
Yeah, the thing is, right now, Capoch's eco's in one spot, and Vinchester's in 3 different positions. So it's hard for Vinchester to react all the time. And what a great move from Capoch with this raid. And keep an eye on the worker efficiency, Dave. It's going to dip really low for Vinch because 2 area of his eco is getting hit as he researches redemption now. Yeah, he's needed that upgrade for a bit.
I like the fact he added in 3 scouts, too. If Vinchester comes forward with the monks, he's going to need to back away, and Capoch can see the monks with his scouts. He's diving now, Tristan. They are far from the TC.
He gets 1. I think that's worth it. Just sniping those monks is all that matters here. And I think we'll see Vinch hop out of his TC to try and convert. Let's see. Hops out of the TC. He wants the siege.
More scouts being added from Capoch. 2 more
he gets
scouts
1.
queued.
That was so fast. He gets both the siege.
Oh my god.
Those were fast conversions. The first one especially was bad. Oh, man. And Capoch is not going to like the look of that. That said, still really good micro. Just sucks that the opponent has 2 Mangonels now.
Yep. Takes out
So they're
another
still
monk
working.
there. He's trying to convert a knight. He's dodging the shots. Great micro here from Capoch. Okay, then now, yeah, curse of the commentator there, honestly.
I mean, it was still really good micro. We weren't wrong on that. Dave, look at the Vil count right now. 64 versus 55. I guess that's eco count. And now we see a 3rd TC for Capoch and a 4th TC. I feel like Capoch did enough to make this an even game. He's still got knights on the other side.
Yeah, and Vinchester just sent the Vills back to the farms. Great timing there on the night raid. Vinchester needs to realize this is happening. He's probably getting attack notifications in other places. He might lose all these Vills. Okay, notices. Good. Good stuff there from Vinch.
Man, if only Capoch had maybe one more knight there, he would have killed like 5 more Vills.
Yep.
But I like the value he's gotten from his military here. The sneak is paid off.
Delete the stables now. Dude, delete them. They're going to get converted.
No. Hop out with it. Well, he doesn't have the food eco, but I was going to say hop out with the scout.
Too late
definitely
now.
delete them. And the workshop.
Yep.
I feel like he'll forget to delete these for some reason. Delete them.
He's not deleting them.
Delete them. Capoch, delete them.
He doesn't notice.
Oh, does he really not notice all of it, though?
None of it.
Did he not hear the Wololos? He converts a knight.
Listen, he's been hearing Wololos for the last 5 minutes.
True.
He will get that monk with the converted knight, which is good.
Oh, that bothers me so much.
He does have 4 TCs in the back, but now Vinchester has all those production buildings for free, basically.
Yeah. Like, Vinch, both players are trying to put their wood into farms right now, and now Vinch doesn't really have to stop that if he wants to go knights.
And Vinch has enough for a castle, and so does Capoch. So Capoch is going to go for a castle on that marshland. That's double purpose. It secures that area from land invasion, and it also gives you a place to dock if you want to take back water again.
And the really crazy games, as players are expanding to their TCs and their farms, a lot of players delay wheel. And now that there's this many town centers, especially for Capoch, I know his Vills are faster.
Yep.
But it feels like both players could really benefit from that wheelbarrow upgrade. They're at 80 Vills. They can get that. I think their land ecos are going to be insane. And maybe, Dave, one of the moments where we have to talk about the other side, the only corner we haven't discussed, there's a villager over there now for Capoch.
Yep.
That's going to be important, I think, for either player to lock down.
Yeah, and Capoch is going for outposts there. He just got Town Watch. He has good vision over Vinchester's base. He can basically see everything that's happening there as he deleted his archery ranges and deletes his barracks now. And has good vision on the right side. I guess the only place he doesn't have vision now is the south, but he knows about the economy there from Vinchester. Also going for redocks on the water. That's what that castle let him do. He's got 1 camel archer, but decides to go into fires instead. I think smart.
Fires are really important here. Also, Vinchester's using this time as he's still randomly converting houses and whatnot. But, oh, excuse me, it's the outpost. But yeah, he's getting the relics, Dave. Little relic shipment. Lithuanians get +1 attack on their cav per relic, but honestly, maybe not the unit you want to go for here with Lithuanians against Berbers.
Yeah, castle on the right side now from Vinch. Vinch is trying to lock down 3 of these islands. He's not immediately hitting Capoch's eco. He came across to try and make an outpost, but he saw the castle there, so now he goes for a castle on his own side. And is the priority here from Vinchester, is it to go up to Imperial Age to try and trap that down, or are you adding more water, or what's the play?
Capoch loves to stay in castle and create a lot of eco, which is not bad. But the concern I'm seeing is Vinch kind of knows what he's up to right now. Vinch sees he's coming back on water, so Capoch needs to make the water happen fast. But Dave, there is a Vill in the south. She somehow got through, despite the patrolling fire ship for Vinch. With knight upgrades coming in, we had armor just researched a moment ago for Capoch. If he can go like triple stable, all-in knights in the south.
+2 knights, yeah. Just dive under the TC. There's only 1 town center here. You can wipe up all of this stuff. It's going to take time, though. And Vinchester is feeling really confident. He's even getting handcart now. He's going to have a castle on the right, so he can start a push there. Even just a few latest from that area into Capoch's economy would be brutal. But Capoch realizes this, and he goes for a castle on the right side. Smart play, yeah.
I hope if he doesn't research ballistics, he at least walls to the castle.
He's on the way up before Vinchester, too.
And the beautiful thing about the villager in the south, Dave, is it's kind of like the villagers earlier that he snuck. This opens up a big opportunity for other areas of the map. He was able to boom 4 TCs because of the initial sneak. I think here, if you get raids in consistently on Vinch in the south, as he's reacting there, you just come right back on water.
Hey, will that latest get through? It could be annoying. If it does,
and
the castle will go up. The war galleys will go down. It's so hard to deny a castle with war galleys. Feels like you never end up doing it. Stone walls for Vinch there too.
Smart.
One latest is in, another one follows. I guess the castle isn't quite hitting them. He doesn't have ballistics, but camel archers are on the way, so they should be able to deal with that. And the question is just, how much pressure can Capoch provide from these stables in the south?
That he has to get value, and he's not creating yet. Okay, he's just now starting. And when will Vinch notice it is the other question.
He
So
can't
close.
see that. There's one
He's
little
gonna
wooden
TC it
peg.
right now. I think he's going to TC it right now. He's got the resources. Build the TC there, man. Get the gold. Might TC the other side, I guess. There's so many resources on this map. But look at Vinch on the left, Dave. He's stonewalling there, too. I really like how Vinchester's making sure that there's not many opportunities for Capoch. If the sneak wasn't in the south, I think Capoch would be in trouble. But because of this, he's really got an opportunity here.
Getting bloodlines now. Still not queuing up more knights. Okay, there we go. There's a couple knights being queued up. He's going for a castle with that one village.
Dude, Capoch.
Oh,
He
yeah,
did
wall
kill
it in.
villagers on the right.
Yeah, wall it in, man. Wall it in. Good.
Okay, now Vinch notices this, and now Vinch is going to be like, what? Like, what? I mean, honestly, dude, the castle will go up.
It
There's
will.
nothing here to stop the castle, so the castle is a good decision. I just would have
Well,
liked to seen 5 stables instead of
If
3
he
stables.
drops
and 1
those
castle.
relics with the monks, he can deny that castle. But the monks are on a mission. I don't know why he transported. Why did he transport them to this island when his monastery's on the other islands?
He's trying to diversify, I guess.
Maybe. I don't know. Latest actually coming over. Capoch needs to pay attention to that Vil.
The thing is, though, this is what will allow Capoch back on the water. So Capoch is going for Trebs in the north. Vinch is not, because he's distracted. Oh, he's actually not imp yet, too. Fast Fire now comes in. I'd like to see a few more docks here for Capoch, but I think the sneak has paid off.
Yep. It's distracted him.
Yeah.
And
big
Capoch
time.
has 130 Vils.
And this is definitely the map that you'd want that crazy boom. He is only in one corner, though, Dave. So
Well,
he's not really able to spread out with his eco right now.
If he gets this castle up, he could be in
Oh,
two
God.
corners.
All his fires just died in the middle, too.
Oh, no.
He didn't even pay attention. Oh, jeez. Oh, that Capoch, that was your shot there, buddy. That was your opportunity, and I think he just didn't expect there to be demos out there.
Oh, still 3 trebuchet for Capoch against that castle from Vinchester. That castle will die. It will die, and that'll open up an avenue for Capoch, and he has the camel archers. What is the response from Vinchester if he gets camel archers into his eco here? There's nothing
Also,
there.
Dave, all the relics are here now. So, I mean, Latus can be okay, but you kind of need castles. There's no castles here.
There's none.
Because he has castles elsewhere.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the castle gets denied, by the way.
And the knights are killing villagers on the gold from Vinch.
Yo,
this is a
distraction is amazing.
I would actually, from this position, I think I would take Capoch's side if you had to ask me.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, he's got more military, a more effective military. He's pushing the proper positions. He has the opportunity to expand. Okay, Capoch, send like 15 Vils over the marsh right now.
The villager got converted in the south.
That was like 2 minutes ago, Dave.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry, I was paying attention to other stuff. I'm sorry, dude.
Fine. Bring
I don't-
Vils, Capoch. Sorry, I'm getting pumped here, dude. We're both going nuts.
Yeah.
I think a follow-up castle would be so devastating to Vinch. Just drop it right next to the monasteries or something.
Why didn't you sound more
Oh.
excited when you said that? That was like the most exciting thing ever.
Well, you do have Lightcap killing monks, so maybe, who knows, maybe more villagers will show up there at some point. Vinch needs to make sure he walls that up, and here come the Vils for Capoch, who I think needs to also switch into some heavy camels, because camel archers are great, but he only has 2 castles to produce them out of. So maybe some camels in the mix will do well. Still no final armor for Vinchester, Dave. This is kind of a bad fight if he doesn't have
Well,
armor.
he's so distracted, right? He had to deal with that stuff in the south. He's been fighting on water constantly this entire time. And he has to deal with the camel archer push, and he had nothing there to immediately clear it. So he had to create a bunch of military there. Looks like Capoch basically has water control. He's not utilizing it at the moment. Camel archers, a lot of them go down, but all of the knights are gone now. And more stables from Capoch on Vinchester's Island. Vinchester needs to abandon all the farms he set up. And he
and that
lost his
castle
fish.
For Vinch, that castle for Vinch, I feel, is really bad.
Yeah, it's just going to go
Capoch
down
would
immediately.
Just grab it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's panicking, dude. And look at the stables in the south. One of them got converted, which is kind of funny, but Lightcap are continuing to pop out of there.
Still
So
only
Capoch isn't quitting on the distractions.
+2 armor just now coming in from Capoch, so all that stuff up until now has been pretty easy to clear up. This castle will go down, and then you just go after the monasteries, right? You see them garrison there.
Yeah, dude, if I'm Vinchester, I run away with those relics right now, but also he needs military regardless, so he's probably putting his focus there. It's almost like the relics baited Vinchester into going for a unit he didn't have the production for. Like, the Cavalier thing is just so late. He still doesn't have the upgrades. Oh,
I know this game was played earlier in the week, but I can feel the gamer face, the face from Capoch right now as he makes his way back into this game. It was such a rough start for him, right?
Dude, he got such good value from those sneaks.
Yeah.
We saw the feudal age time from Vinch, and we're like, oh, my word.
Elite Camel Archer on the way. Oh, boy, and then Hussar has to be next, right? Damn, dude.
This is your last opportunity, Vinch. If you want to take those relics with you, go for it now. But this looks like a gift for Capoch, and I really think the composition of Hussar Camel Archer is just better than what Lithuanians can field, or at least it's easier to get to. Lightcap go in. They'll clear the monks, Dave. There's still no final armor. Vinch is missing so many upgrades. Vinch is going to lose his entire force here.
There's no way to counter this. Not with Elite Camel Archer now. 8+4 attack. Like, you are not beating this without the relics. And you just lost all of the relics. Capoch will take those. Oh, boy. Vinchester needs to...
gold. Yeah. This is over.
Yep.
What a victory for Capoch. Like you said, Dave, the opening for Vinchester and just, you know, his name, his reputation just made it feel like this is going to be a quick 2-0, 3-0 situation. Capoch, the fighter, said not today. He made it messy, and what a comeback victory.
Crazy, dude. Especially with that hold from Vinchester once he got the skirmisher numbers and he killed the archers going across with his galleys and fire galleys. He was blockading everything.
Yeah.
It was really, really great from Capoch to just divide the attention of his opponent everywhere. And wow, fantastic stuff. He wins his home map. It probably didn't play out the way he thought it was going to with that uptime from Vinchester. What was that uptime, by the way? Let's see. It was a 8 minutes and 3 seconds feudal age time on a nomad start.
So crazy to me. So crazy. 95.9%. I think it's the second time we've seen that percentage today. Scouting from Capoch. And Dave, you know, if you talk about Vinchester and maybe what he could have done differently, I think the second that he won water, he needed to prevent the landing. I think the first landing was always going to be difficult to stop, but the landing in the south was at least avoidable. He only had one fire ship on patrol, and the villager ended up squeezing through. And I really wonder how this game would have gone if that villager never made it there. Because Vinchester would have had relics. Vinchester would have probably only been dealing with water and the attack in the north. And I think he certainly wouldn't have missed as many upgrades as he did, and maybe would have been easier to handle.
And winning with Berbers, too, a civ we haven't seen on that map yet. Maybe he went Berbers just for the sneak fills, Tristan. Get him through the Navy. They're faster.
Yeah. I'm not sure the reasoning, but certainly he made it happen in Castle Age. He was also really unlucky in that one instance where he lost like 3 knights and didn't kill any monks. So he somehow even turned that around. Capoch has been underestimated so many times since he returned to Age of Empires 2. You think of the first Red Bull Wololo we mentioned. It goes up against MBL. Everyone's like, who's this old man Capoch? Capoch got the win there. MBL's probably sick of people bringing it up. And then, you know, even here, previous set, he was able to move past Backed. I didn't expect that to happen, and now he's tied it up against Vinch. So we've got ourselves a series, people.
And I believe the third game is going to be Vinchester's home map. What a civ matchup we have here. It's going to be on Graupel. And Vinchester will go for the Byzantines. We've seen this before. Capoch will go for the Aztecs.
Byzantines, Aztecs? Wow.
Monk on monk violence.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and maybe even some sneak vills
and
again,
okay. I'm at 10 seconds, and I want to just mention this before we get going. Look at where the transport ships are. Is Vinchester or Capoch going to land right beside their opponent?
Ooh, okay. So 3, 2, 1, go. Let's find out. And yeah, Capoch's transport kind of started towards the north of the island, and he went to the south for some reason, because that actually is a further journey for him.
I think you
I
should
guess they're going to
always
be kind of far away.
always take the transport as far in as possible along the ice. There's a lot of walking time there
Yeah.
for Capoch. Transport's faster, but both players will find their TCs, and this is the
Oh my
closest we've
goodness.
seen TCs on this map. They're usually on the opposite sides. Usually we see a late game Imperial battle over the water control and whatnot, but these guys are right beside each other.
And this actually changes everything. Look, where the transport started, they're both trying to circle around, and Vinch is actually slightly faster. Capoch should have saved Berbers for this situation.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I like how
But-
Vinch immediately loads up the sheep instead of trying to... Okay, now he unloads it now that he knows the transport ship's away. Didn't want Capoch stealing those, and Capoch has not found a single sheep yet. Vinchester is still taking them.
Yeah, this is a good
There's
start
one.
for Vinch.
Yeah.
Now we don't cast them, obviously, because these are Rex played midweek. We're flexible with the scheduling. Players find a good time, and then we go through the games. But there is one restart available per best of 5. So if you ever have a situation where you're just like, wow, this is really bad for me. Unlike a lot of the tournaments nowadays where there's not any rees, we did include that.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to call it before 4 minutes. And clearly, since we're casting, doubt there will be a re here. And the talks, dude, the talks are even closer than the TCs.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. I feel like this favors Byzantines.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I guess if you get into Castle Age in a good situation, Aztecs can make something happen, right?
No, I agree. Aztecs they're kind of like Mayans where they can bring themselves back from a pretty large deficit. They're monks, they're eagles. It's something that can get out of hand quick. And if you saw how Capoch won game number 2, it's a lot of snowball, sneaks, forwards, things like that. I think he could easily go for Eagle Monk.
Capoch doesn't really know where his opponent is, but if you look at Vinchester's point of view, it's actually kind of comical. There's just the dock right there beside yours. Oh my goodness.
It'd be so uncomfortable.
So
right
stressful,
now.
yeah.
I would be
so
so
stressful.
uncomfortable. Like, there's some types of players who get excited when they see that the opponent's close.
Yeah.
I don't think that these players are going to be too thrilled. I think Vinchester will be, actually, because the thing that I've kind of fretted over on this map has been how a lot of players will focus too much on water, and then they won't prioritize land in the mid game. But with this type of a map generation, I think any type of all-inning in feudal has a lot more success because the opponent's land is right next to you, and you can prevent the expansion there.
I think Vinchester can wall pretty simply and then focus on water. Because he can defend with the water, right? If you do like a triple layer wall on that wood line, the gap there, and then just a 1 layer to the water, you can protect with your TC and with your ships. I think the question mark is going to be for Capoch. Does he go for the water aggression against Byzantines? Does he go up to Castle Age? What sort of push is he going to have? It's going to be really difficult for him.
I mean, it's a tough spot, man. I think Byzantines always have the edge with the fires because of the faster working fires and the dock HP. And honestly, even looking at the TC spots, the TC spot's not an issue for Capoch if Vinchester's in the north. But the fact that Capoch sailed to the south, which was so weird because he started in the north, has put him in a spot where his gold could be towered, or he has to run really far behind here to get some. So I
think Vinch
so
needs
odd.
to. He's making his houses at the front because it's convenient, but I think he needs to start making them in that gap.
Yeah, maybe.
If you're gonna make houses anyway, make them part of your wall, and make sure that there's no early pressure coming from the land. Capoch now going out for his second boar. I think Vinchester's only pulled in 1 so far.
Yeah, great scouting from Capoch. He didn't get off to the best start with his sheep, but if you look at his scouting now, he sees everything.
Really good. Yeah, really good.
At a
Vinchester
certain point,
only
you
this
have to know
corner.
there's res, but sorry, my bad. What were you saying?
Vinchester has been taking his sheep, so hasn't really been scouting with him all that much. He has scouted this complete corner, but that's about it.
Yeah, kind of convenient to have a little bit of shorefish close to the TC as well. It's getting a little bit of extra food there. And with the lumber camp on the way up for Vinch, he's going to be shooting for the 500 food he needs. Feel like Vinch will be up faster. I still am not sure if Capoch will try and compete for water.
Well, he went Aztecs, right? Which begs the question, did he plan on competing for water at all?
Yeah.
Not probably the worst water civ in the game. Doesn't really make that much of a difference early, but late game for sure. Don't get access to Galleon. Don't get access to demos. Don't get access to a lot of things.
And on the bright side, you did take some of Vinchester's fish. With a second dock play, of course, Vinch will just add a dock in a position where there's more. But, no, this isn't the worst all-in game for Capoch. You're next to your opponent. You know that it probably benefits him more than it benefits you. But you are Aztecs, and it is his home map. So, in theory, he should have a better civ for this. In theory, he should have better strategy. So, I think go fast castle and try and go crazy monk eagle and just make the most of it. And if you lose, then you say, well, I tried. And then you have your own home map remaining.
I think if you're going to do this, you should load up some villagers into your transport ship and sneak around to the other side. I'm not sure. Like, keep a little bit of a push here, but I think you need a villager on the other side just to make some military, like, a little bit later in Castle Age. If you get some mangonels pushing against that TC, it's fine, but it's always going to be difficult if your opponent has water control to push through that little gap.
True. With that said, I think if Vinchester senses a fast castle, he should actually stonewall next to the palisades and his house.
Yep, and I
think if he gets a stonewall there, it's different.
That's why it would be so tough to push it, right? Because you have to push that gap. You can't push near the water. Your opponent has that. And I think having maybe the barracks for eagles at the back of Vinchester's base is better than having them just wasting away at the front.
Capoch tries to wall. Will realize his opponent has already walled. This is nice because he needs a house anyways.
Capoch still is not up.
Yeah, it's very late. I think this is going to be well timed though. Obviously, he's going to be losing his fish in a second, but I think this will still be okay. The concern is when will Vinchester realize that he can just spam fish to the middle? He's got 2 more docks, and that's in the middle, and that's where all his fish is. I would say make a couple fires if you're Vinch, and then if you don't see your opponents in feudal, just add fishing ships.
Yep. And Vinchester's uptime, because he has access to the shorefish and he can add fish, is going to be pretty similar, actually, to Capoch's, I feel.
I guess it depends a little bit. We'll see. My thought is, do you even go eagles? Can you just go monk siege? Because monks, the more monks you have, the better. You can actually just convert the docks. You can convert any ships. Obviously, it's risky if demos come in. But I feel like monks are your best unit here. And, whoa, look at Vinch. I think he knows he wants to tower the gold. Good decision from Vinchester.
Capoch is going to see that, though, and Capoch is sending Vills right away. Vinchester needing to cancel that tower. He's going to back up. Capoch with the right level of commitment there. Vinchester also has a villager in the back of Capoch's base. I don't know where he went off to. I saw him there before. Oh, he's just standing there.
Yeah,
okay.
He's there.
I can't. If he doesn't move, I can't see him. I'm like a T-Rex from Jurassic Park. You know?
You know what I don't like, though? I don't like the fact that Capoch is fighting. Think about how this plays out. He lost his fish, so Vinchester's got more fish working. And now, if Vinchester forces the opponent to pull 5 or 6 villagers off of gold, that's even fewer eco units for Capoch. So I think you give that up immediately.
Go to
you never
the gold
rush
at the
that
back.
down.
Yeah.
And yeah, just switch to the back gold. So I think that was a mistake.
Goes
and
for
now
a
you're
market
seeing it.
now.
He doesn't even have the gold to go up. He also had 160 gold when the tower was going to go up. So over the last 2 minutes, he's collected only 30 golds and had pretty inefficient eco.
He sent a villager around too, but Vinchester already has outposts there. And Byzantines do get town watch for free. And they'll get town patrol as well. So Vinchester will have vision over any sort of sneak that Capoch is going to try for. I think Byzantines on this map, not only for the water battles, but just for free town watch and town patrol, are so valuable. This map is all about scouting.
Speaking of, is there a world where maybe, I guess his resources are looking good to maybe click up, but I kind of like the idea of going forging scouts in Vinch's position. You've got the fish. If you just have like 5 scouts on just to hold the map for a couple minutes, I feel like you'll just go up to Castle Age with no worry of eagles or monks ever hurting you.
Oh god, Capoch was attacking the sneak vill from Vinch, and it started running away, and he just left it. So now the vill is going to get away. It would have got into transport ship anyway, maybe, but I mean, Capoch didn't know that. And he's got barracks now at the back. This is what I was thinking with the villager at the back. You make the eagles here to prevent the expansion, and then you push with Monk Siege in the front.
He does also have a barracks at home, so I guess it's good to have military on both sides. It is also kind of bad to have everything split up here. But if he adds monks as well, he's actually got only 5 on wood, so I don't think he'll be able to afford a monastery right away.
Look at the castle age time from Vinchester. Very similar. Minute and a half behind.
Fish.
Yep.
And this is also a build where there's no way to switch back onto water if you're Capoch, which we've seen before. Players will come back onto water later on. I highly doubt that happens here.
Well, maybe if he converts enough fire galleys, he can get back on water.
True.
Yeah. So,
but Dave,
Vinchester is going onto stone right now, and I wonder if it's for a castle or if it's just for towers. Because if you get guard tower, it would also counter any monk siege push. But I don't see any siege. I don't see any monks. All I see is eagles.
Yep. He does see eagles in the north now. Man, these outposts. These outposts are so clutch. Will he notice, though? He just needs 2 houses. He should be fine.
You can see everything with Byzantines.
This is your game, dude. This is your game. Like, you have everything done correctly except for that wall. Oh, my God, dude. You're kidding. And he can't quick wall this behind either. It's not going to be easy anyways. Oh, man. So, Capoch with some opportunities here, Dave.
Yep, Vinch is going to sacrifice these 2 vills. He will fight with them. He will give them up. He will say, fine, I have water control. I have fish. This is okay if you kill some of those. But he's going to be stuck in this little area, and I would be expecting a siege workshop soon. He's buying stone. Vinch wants a castle right now.
Having to panic a castle up in this position is not what he would have wanted. You don't really have anything for Capoch at home. He just has the eagle attacking the outpost, but the sneak is paid off, Dave. And there's the siege workshop. I think the siege still brings some value here. Like, even if the castle goes up there for Vinchester, the siege could maybe hit other areas.
And Vinch needs to keep repairing here. Capoch bought himself some stones, so I think he was considering going for extra town centers.
Yeah, maybe. I can see that. He's got a lot on Shorefish right now. I'd love to see a TC at home.
Yeah, he saw the castle foundation, immediately deleted the siege workshop, and went for a monastery. Because he knows Cataphracts will just completely wipe the eagles. Yeah, this is a very interesting... So much different from most of the Graupel games we see.
Yeah, Capoch, I think if he ends up losing, he's going to be kicking himself for coming to the south. It was such a weird decision. We rarely see this, but you know, he has found success. I think what I'm excited to see here is how well does Capoch do when he's got armies in different spots. Because in the previous game, he was kind of focusing on one area while Vinchester had 3 different areas. But now you've got monks and eagles in the north. That doesn't really do much. And if Cataphracts come to your base, you don't have anything except TCs. So it's almost like he needs an offensive monastery and a defensive monastery at the same time.
And the Cataphracts can always just hop in the transport ship and move their way over, right? You don't even a castle at the front or some defensive thing at the front won't stop them because your opponent has water control. He's sending the Cataphracts out now. Capoch, does he notice with this monk, the villager, the forward villager might be cleared up, which will hurt him. Can't add any more monasteries. Can he wall it? He saved it.
He saves her. He's unfortunate not to get a conversion too. He could have easily had a conversion there. The RNG god's not with him there. But the Vil will be important, Dave. And an issue for Vinch, and it feels crazy to say it when he has fishing ships, but might actually be food because he can't expand to many more areas of shorefish.
Well, he will be able to soon. These eagles will die against the Cataphracts. It was great when it was 8 on 1. It's not so good in even numbers.
He needed another monk on the way, and he really needed that first monk to get a conversion.
Yeah.
Good job from Vinchester to pounce on this. And now you're looking back at Capoch's base thinking, what is he going to have? He's got TCs, and he adds a 3rd monastery. Or another monastery, sorry.
There's the 3rd TC from Vinch. And with Byzantines, even with 3 TCs, if you have water control, it's going to be a lot easier to make your way up to Imperial Age without idling.
There's 45 Vils for Capoch and 40 for Vinchester. So there's definitely been some benefit to this attack.
4 TCs for Vinch. Okay.
It's a lot of booming. I do like it, though, because what he wants to do is he wants to make sure that he can expand a bit more for just the food eco at this point. That is a shorefish TC.
I
He
guess
doesn't have horse color, so
if you're playing late game too, like what do Aztecs really do against Byzantines? I guess they can get the monks set up, but other than that, especially with water involved,
yeah.
feels very difficult for the Aztecs to get something going.
No, I agree. This is Capoch. Kind of from the start, we talked about really needed an all-in to work for him. And he got some value from the Eagles, but he ended up losing so many Eagles for just 2 villager kills. 17 units lost, 3 killed in this game for Capoch.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe, and it feels like it's so bad against Byzantines, but maybe you try a faster imp with a forward castle, and if you can take the castle out from Vinch, then Cataphracts aren't an issue.
Yep.
Maybe go like Arbs, Eagles.
The issue with that though is it feels bad against Byzantines, like you said.
It does.
Like they can always just buy their way up if they suspect that you're there, or even if they see that you're there, they can just repair their castle that has more HP and then buy their way up, and they'll be there in time. So
yeah, Monk goes down. Little friendly tip, because I see a lot of players make this mistake, is Vinchester goes for another TC in the north. What in the world? Guys, if there's ever a building there like that, keep your units on attack stance and just click them next to the monastery.
Mm-hmm.
They'll automatically attack the building if there's no units, but the second a unit pops out, they will prioritize the unit over the building. Don't right-click the building and give your opponent a free conversion.
Okay, Vinchester adding fish traps now in the middle because he's all fished out there.
Good stuff.
Does Capoch, like... If
I'm
any other
struggling.
civ here, I would be like, get back on water. But yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
Aztecs. Maybe you could get some lucky conversions. If you go for a castle, faster Imperial, we already explained that's probably not going to work.
I mean, you could also just try, at this point, you're kind of out-civved. You can just try and outplay him.
Yeah.
Get the relics, expand to the map, and just make it go late game and knowing you're at a disadvantage. Because I feel like, you know, we normally would make arguments for forward castle fast imp, but I don't see that working. And the fallback is kind of play out how Vinchester wants you to into the Imperial Age.
He adds another TC. It goes 4 TC here against 5 TC from Vinchester. 73 Vils for Vinch, 74 for Capoch. Wheelbarrow on the way for Capoch as well. Vinchester not looking like he's going to click up soon. And Capoch actually banking a lot of res.
It is Aztecs.
Aztecs, man. Yeah. Oh, my God, that castle from Vinch. Okay, deleted the foundation. Okay, that's a little bit more reasonable. That's still pretty far forward, though.
I like it. Because at this point, Capoch can't do much against this. Capoch has got some monks, but he has no siege. He's just trying to go imp, and this is Vinchester just investing into a more forward position. I think Capoch, I mean, even if he converts the Vils,
Yeah, he's not going to deny
that's going to
this.
go up.
He needs to abandon that. He's on the way up to Imperial Age. He has 14 on stone, so maybe think about a castle of his own to trap that one down. But he definitely needs to run away. I love adding the monks into the TC, getting them a little bit faster to the other side. He's going to lose one here, though, for sure. Yeah.
Well, this is, if he didn't know what to do, this tells him what to do. You build a castle behind this.
Mm-hmm.
So you buy some stone, drop the castle, and then you treb that down. So you probably go monk upgrades, you go trebs, and you can work with that.
The Cataphracts on the right side are going to be very distracting to him. He's going to need to pull monks over there unless Vinchester yeets them into the TC.
Oh, he's house too.
Yeah.
I guess he loses pop when he loses the house.
Yeah, but he
villagers.
also
No.
loses the house villagers.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the problem.
He'll add more houses. And there's the castle. The castle does protect the stone a bit more than maybe castling near the market, so I don't mind that. And he's going to open Pike Stave, so if there was ever a positive here for Capoch, it would simply be that Cataphracts, while they wreck, are also really expensive, and they have to be produced out of castles.
Yeah, but you're never... I feel like you're not going to win that Treb War. He's got 2 Byzantine castles now.
Yeah.
Vinchester is on the way up to Imperial Age. You're going to have about a minute and a half to try and win the Treb War. Or take down the castle. What is that TC in the north from Capoch?
I love it. Remember what happened
great,
with the
yeah.
Villager last game?
Yeah.
Also, that might be spotted here. I think with the outpost that Vinchester is building, he might have spotted the blue dot. He's actually got a sheep right next to that, too. He must not have noticed that. But
I wonder what the
could
line
easily
of
be
sight
denied.
is on the TC, because look at that mill with Town Patrol.
True.
He might actually spot it with the TC.
I think you're right. I think he will spot it. He's sending a Cataphract that way too.
What 2 HP Cataphract that Vil could actually win that fight?
Oh my god. There's so many small things happening. Meanwhile, we've got the big Treb war starting. Vinch just has this snipe. Yeah, he sees the TC. Vinch just has this snipe the first couple Trebs here with Cataphracts. I don't even think he needs to make Trebs. I think he just needs to go Catas.
Yep. Third castle for Vinchester now. Just go. Well, I mean, you could do either, right? I think Trebs are probably better, just because you can use them against the buildings afterwards as well, and you probably want to get rid of that castle anyway from Capoch. But go into Trebs, get chemistry if you can, and then get some cannon galleons onto the water if possible. He's gone for a castle to deny that town center in the north. Also working on the wall with the 2 HP Cataphract. TC will go up, but it'll immediately get denied.
Well, what I like about this is, remember on Grapple, there's resources everywhere. So on any other map, you might not be able to build more castles after you lose them. So he's falling back with more castles for the Cataphract numbers. And he's just going to use this castle kind of to buy time. I don't think he'll actually win this Treb war. But Cataphracts are expensive. You need time to mass them and to get the upgrades. And he's getting +2 armor now. And he's hoping to get the final Imp armor upgrade in a second. Excuse me.
Capoch actually noticed that Cataphract. Garrison the villager for 1 second. One shot kill it. And then he's running away. And she's going to survive. My work here is done.
Dude, imagine random pikemen running into your eco, though. That
Oh,
would be
that's
really
so
annoying.
funny.
Capoch is good at that, man. We've seen a lot of instances in this tourney where someone can make one villager harass and harass and harass after making a few buildings.
And it's Vinchester getting heresy.
That's a complete misplay.
I understand the idea, though, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because of the water. Because the only way for the Aztecs to counter his water play is to convert his ships, right? So I think that's why he's getting it, but it's just so weird. And the Cataphracts, I suppose, as he gets elite Cataphract right now. It's so weird.
Yeah, he's expecting there to be monks with these pikemen, but it's just pikemen right now. And the pikemen are doing a good job. And can he take an engagement against this? We've been waiting for the Cataphract numbers. He's been building more castles. But Cataphracts are ridiculously expensive. So, funnily enough, I think Capoch should actually mix in a few monks now. And heresy will maybe pay off, but this could be another castle down for Capoch if he isn't careful here. Or not
Vinchester,
for Capoch,
yeah, for Vinchester, I was just, my mind was just going in circles.
You're like,
there.
what?
Like, huh? Vinchester is at 146 villagers.
He's got 155 total eco pop.
Yep, but he does have
still adding more.
15 elite Cataphracts.
I think if you get 20 or 30 Catas, you could just
charge
kind of
in.
win.
Yep.
Yeah. If you get the Cataphract numbers, but if Capoch also is building forward castles to continue this position, this could get dicey, man. This is getting dicey right now. Where are the Cataphracts, Vinchester? Capoch has given himself a shot here.
He's got a lot of them built up there, dude. He's got a lot of them. He's getting the final armor upgrade. He's got the full attack upgrades for Byzantines. He's got everything that he needs in this situation. And even with a castle there, even with all those pikemen, if Vinchester sends in... If he builds up to 20 Cataphracts and sends them in there, he'll win that fight.
Capoch gets in front of his Trebs. He's expecting this. There will be some monks for conversions. Not a lot. Only 1 or 2 that were left over. I love the Treb number. This is perfect. Hey, let's see this fight. Armor's in. Elite Cataphract is in.
These pikemen will just absolutely get destroyed. Oh my god, dude. This isn't even going to be close. Oh my god.
And Vinchester's patience pays off. He shows up with his own Trebs. So, of course, snipe the Trebs. Kind of looked like maybe Capoch could give himself an opportunity here. But if those Trebs go down, the push is finished. Capoch's castle will fall, and these Cataphracts are going to run right into this eco.
I like this conversation because I've seen it being had in so many chats over the years. How do you counter Cataphract? Well, actually, pikemen are pretty cost-effective against them. It's like,
so
bro,
true.
it don't care about cost-effectiveness when you can just run them over like that.
Well, to be fair, depending on the level of the commenter, you know, cost effectiveness can matter, right?
Yeah.
But a high level Age of Empires is all about pop efficiency, baby. You want the strongest pop, and right now Vinchester has 160 eco, and it doesn't even matter because he is the 40 population that he wants. So
Yep.
I'd say the only thing is maybe still delete some lumberjacks and just get some cataphracts on the other side. The right side he's castling now, just prevent Capoch from expanding. But
I
gonna be
think
tough to
also
counter this.
water. I'm surprised Vinchester hasn't made anything extra or hasn't gone for chemistry or hasn't even thought about that at all. I guess he realizes that like Byzantines are always going to win the land battle anyway.
Yeah.
You don't really need it, but feels like you could be doing so much damage taking out these castles and Capoch can't even respond.
Yeah, Capoch is going to try as he should. You know, I think a lot of people would have actually GG'd by now. But Capoch, he's going to fight. He wants to make sure that if he resigns, this game is 100% over. And I see him getting Bracer. I'm pretty sure I saw him get Crossbow. And yeah, he's going to try and
mix the Cataphracts again. This is it's so satisfying watching these things.
Can we talk about the KD? It's 103 to 11.
11,
right now.
yeah, 11. Does it go up? Oh, he got 2. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, the Castle Fire will help more than anything else. And here come the Trebs, and yeah, this is only going to get worse for you, Capoch. You might just want to tap out now before these stats get even better.
131 to 17.
Oh, man.
No, dude, no.
Also, he heals a little faster with Byzantines, so he's got the monks there to heal up. And he's going to get his water upgrades now, Dave, so he's thinking about the small things we mentioned. We'll drop an additional castle on the other side.
Look at that castle war going on right over there. Capoch goes for 1 on that side, too. 3 castles within sight of each other. Should cancel that, though. Don't even... Okay, he noticed and pulled away. Hoardings now, guilds. Vinchester is in such a good spot economically. He could just afford to get everything. Especially on this map where there's so much gold around here. A lot of extra stone you can take. He's in a great position.
Also did get Logistica, which means the Cataphracts have some trample damage. Recently, there have been
Here they
Cataphract
come again.
buffs. It's cheaper to get Elite now, and we've seen it.
Capoch
And-
is going to
oh,
have nightmares,
God.
and he ran right into it. Dude,
Yeah, I mean, he kind of like, to be fair to the army, all their family and children are going to die if they don't clear this up. So they're trying. They're going to die with honor, but they never really had a chance. And Capoch gives them the well played. I think we talked about it earlier in this game. It take nothing away from Vinge, but this is just a good matchup for him. And I think a really good reaction when he realized where Capoch was. Did take some damage, but ultimately going for the Cataphracts and the boom brought him the victory.
Yeah, I mean, he read his win condition really well, right? Don't let the land pressure do anything to you early, anything funky. He got the castle up. He managed to buy that castle out of nothing, right? And secure it against the Eagles. And then boom behind, and you're fine. You're Byzantines against Aztecs. You're always going to win in the late game. Always.
This might be the craziest KD I've ever seen
ridiculous.
in a 1v1 tourney. Like 177 to 25.
Yeah.
Is that like a 7-1 KD or something?
Yep.
That's insane, man. Well, obviously Capoch, I think just based on his draft and the fact we haven't seen Aztecs a lot, I think that he was using that as a throwaway. What's up, Dave?
Dude, look at the total resources collected from Vinchester. If it was just aligned a little bit differently, we need to move the 2 and the 9. We need to switch them.
Wait, what?
For Vinchester.
Oh, okay, I see. I was looking at the wood food gold. Yeah. It's funny, I knew before even looking at the economy that it was going to be something related to 69 or 420. But
it would have been so perfect, though. Capoch should have held on a little bit for Vinch to collect some more.
Honestly, that's just really poor eco management from Vinchester. I think that he could have done a better job there.
Yeah.
We talked about how poor his eco was near the late stages, so makes sense. Okay, so I think, and this is kind of a negative way of describing it, but I still feel like Capoch treated that as a throwaway game. Aztecs was really late. He didn't maybe feel like he had a good civ for it, or maybe he wasn't good on the map.
Yeah,
and he's just like, I'm going to try something, and it just didn't work out. And that's fine, because now Capoch has a home map, and in theory, Capoch should be better prepared for it, but there's only 8 maps in this map pool, so it is kind of a bad sign that a player with only 8 maps in a pool and a quarter look so maybe out of place at
And
this
like,
stage of the event.
if that's a throwaway game, why are you picking Aztecs? It's just such a weird civ pick. It's so weird for that
Well,
map.
the biggest thing for me, and we didn't have a lot of time to show it, but I think the clear sign to me that he's not good on that map or hasn't practiced it is where he went with his transport ship. Because you have the starting island, he started in the north. Every player will always go directly to the closest land, which would have meant he'd go to the north. And he took him longer to sail down and get his TC, and then he's directly next to the opponent.
Yep.
So I don't know. Anyways, I think we can easily push that out of our minds. Capoch will have to. And Capoch has, I think, Inundation.
Inundation, and he has Bohemians, and Vinchester has gone for a civ that I considered when I was thinking about how I would counter this strat. I was kind of like brainstorming in the shower or whatever. There's a couple civs that came to mind. Teutons, Khmer was another one, and maybe even something like Britons as well would be potential. But this strat is really, really tough with the Bohemians, and Capoch has the Bohemians, and he has picked it. I'm ready to go, by the way.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, wait. Okay, where do you want to meet?
Does ready mean something different in Canada?
I was tabbed out, dude. I was switching my scene.
I'm at 15, but we can go from wherever.
Okay, I'll get to 15. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So let's first talk about why Bohemians seem nuts on this map, and then I want you to theory craft and explain maybe why Khmer is good, because I can see some arguments for it. So Bohemians, relatively new civ to our game. They get their mining upgrades for free, and you TC the gold tier, so that's huge. Their monasteries are cheap. You can go triple, quadruple monastery opening with all the gold income. Their unique unit's really strong from their castle. And you could even talk a little bit about maybe the blacksmith being cheaper too, as that allows you some flexibility with faster upgrades. So what about the Khmer, Dave? We haven't seen them too much on this map. What makes them strong here?
I think the biggest thing with Khmer is just saving the wood on so many different areas, right? Because you have to go all the way out to the side for wood. So you're saving it on, if you, let's say you want to make a market, you don't have to make a mill, although you probably should make a mill. If you want to make a stable to make scouts to counter the monks, you don't have to make a barracks. Like, you're just saving wood in so many different areas across the game, and against a fast uptime of the Bohemians to Castle Age, saving that wood is so important because you can put those villas on hunt to get up yourself or to get food for scouts or whatnot. And I think they could be really, really useful. I'm not sure how well it's going to work at the end of the day because Bohemians, this strat of quadruple monasteries seems so strong.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that we didn't see Bohemians globally banned by Vinchester, because Capoch got the very first civ pick. And I forget which civ Vinchester banned. I think
he banned Chinese. Yeah. But he did have Compass as a home map with that crazy uptime with Lithuanians. So
true. Yeah. So maybe he wanted to avoid
get
facing
rid of
Chinese there.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm with you, Dave. I think you hit the nail on the head here. It's so crazy to me how players start right next to each other, and yet they don't think feudal age pressure. You know, like, that just hasn't worked. It's always been castle age pressure. But I think beyond the hunt right now, they do need to get some sheep. And I'm seeing a lot of red and blue dots. Players have to make sure they get the sheep into their TCs soon.
And that's what the sheep on this map. There's so many of them. It's another reason I might favor Britons against this strategy. If you go for like a pretty fast uptime yourself and then get like an archery range on the outside to harass the wood line, and then just completely like take as much gold as you can before you get kicked off, and then make TCs on the outside, and I hope you can get some damage against this wood line, because you're never going to stop the main push in the middle, right?
Yeah, I'm also really surprised we're not seeing Britons picked more. It might just not suit their skill sets. But we saw Britons work really well in the earlier rounds, but clearly the players who are prioritizing Britons are out. So
a bit less consistent too, because what if your opponent takes way more sheep than you, or finds all your sheep as you're sending them back to your TC? Suddenly you have no food, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit rough.
Ooh, we have a boar being brought in by Vinchester, or trying to, and the boar kind of got caught up here on the crossing. But this is something we haven't seen all that frequently. I think Viper was the only one who brought in 2. I recall Tato, when he played last week, he actually took the boars next to a mill on the outer ring. So there's different ways to bring in resources.
Vinch only got hit once by that boar. That's actually really impressive from that distance. Yeah, he just got hit for a second time now. Really great blocking with the sheep and whatnot. It's super tough to lure
Dude.
boars from this area.
I think Capoch is scouting too much with sheep right now. I think he's completely underestimating how much he needs that sheep in the middle.
Yep, you need those
Like,
under
he's
your
got
TC,
no
dude.
food underneath his TC. This is really bad.
Yep.
And look at the scouting, though. It's not like he doesn't have them. He did lose a few. I noticed Vinchester's scout. He also, Capoch tried to send sheep to his TC from the left, and they walked right towards Vinchester. So, but yeah, this is an issue, man. Those villagers are very far away from his TC. And again, another thing to just reiterate is we do have restarts as an option in this tourney, but since we do the Rex, we don't cover the restore. So it's possible that maybe he had already used a restart, had a rough start before. Consistency is so important in Vinchester with an insane start here.
Look at that food situation for Capoch. It's brutal. He's forced to go for a mill now out near
He's
the deer.
still scouting the outside with his sheep. I guess it might be hard for him to get the sheep to the middle because the crossings are a little awkward, but like, you've got sheep out there. And where's his horse at right now?
His horse is in the north.
Discover more?
It's in the north. I think he's scouting around for the sheep from Vinchester.
Yeah, he's hoping to find Vinchester's
But
sheep.
he's not going to find them. And this food situation, it's just brutal. Vinchester has brought in 2 boars already.
This is so bad.
Such a good start for him. And just for Capoch, struggling. And the key to this Bohemian strat, which is triple or quadruple monastery, is getting up to Castle Age fast. And without that food income, you're just not going to. Okay, sending, looks like 4 sheep towards his TC. Vinchester is going to find 2 of them in the south, which is just absolutely terrible for Capoch.
I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing because I feel like
we've all been in this situation.
Encounter this.
Yeah,
we've all been here, but you know, we watch high level Age of Empires and we're like, why doesn't that happen to the pros? Well, here it finally is.
Okay,
but he's
finally.
got 4 more on the way now.
Yeah. Just as he adds another mill there to get access to all these deer, and just as that deer expires, now the sheep are arriving. Vinchester even sending a sheep under his TC. And Capoch should be in a decent position. He's had a little bit of idle TC time, but so is Vinchester.
The problem is Vinch is ready to party, and he does not have to build a barracks before an archery range with this civ. So he's sending villagers forward. He's actually on stone and gold and wood. And I think this is going to be fast blacksmith, early fletching archers.
Yep.
Capoch walling up right now. The walls are nice, but I still think some of his villagers could be hit.
Yeah, if he gets another lumber camp at the back there, I think it's good. I think if you're going for this Bohemian strat, you always need to find a place that you could wall in that is not within range of archers. But still, Vinchester is on stone. Like, he could just tower this, too.
Yeah, and you can't counter tower if you're in Capoch's position. As the sheep finally arrived, Dave. Like, he went from no sheep to all of the sheep.
Double archery range for Vinch. So it's going to be double archery range, tower rush, most likely.
That's so good.
Yep.
That is such a good strat. Because, like, I mean, there's villagers on hunt he could get with the archers. That might be awkward. But more than anything, I think if you keep Capoch off of wood, Capoch can't make his buildings to go up to the next age. Or might need to buy wood. But think about it. Blacksmith is only 75 wood, I think. And then a market is 175. So he will actually have the wood for both of his buildings if he wants to.
Oh, Capoch is going to rush down this tower with his vills. It's not going to work, I don't think. Yeah, Vinch is just going to quick wall around it. Great stuff. Don't know if he can get one on that. He can't get one on the final piece there. Though Capoch can get around because that's marshy terrain.
We did kind of see this in the previous game where Capoch was trying fast castle and had to send a bunch of vills to fight. This does maybe buy him time. He's going to kill an archer, Dave. As he'll make a new lumber camp for the villagers in the south. And, you know, maybe there's still a chance. There's still a lot of sheep. If Capoch can get his villagers to safety,
he
and
finally
protect one gold area, just one.
Yeah. It's a limited time. As soon as Vinch gets one archer to the south and repositions that tower, he has stone for another one there. I'd love to see him, even before he goes for this tower, I'd love to see him wall off that right side just to trap these vills in here so they can't keep moving, or to keep an archer over there or something. The problem for Capoch is that he's never going to go up to Castle Age.
Well, he's close. He's really close. The sheep save him here. He would be dead otherwise. He just needs his buildings.
Well, he doesn't have... Dude, he doesn't have Oh, he does have mills. Never mind. He made them in the north. I forgot about that. I was thinking he didn't have one for the market, but he does.
Where's his buildings, though? Like, dude, you could be on the way up right now. I guess he's preoccupied with the tower situation.
There's the market.
Oh, he's going to run as well. That is something that Vinchester does not see.
Yep.
There's the market. Villagers running. If he starts to fight with villagers in castle, at least they benefit from fervor. Still can afford the blacksmith with Bohemians, but he might forget about that, Dave. He might think he needs the wood. And Vinch is going to lose his sheep. Will Vinch realize that he no longer has the sheep there, and will he find those villagers?
Well, Capoch needs a blacksmith. He needs a blacksmith. Come
also,
on, man.
wall this in right now.
Yep.
Dude, he forgot that blacksmiths are cheaper with Bohemians. 100%. If he buys wood here, I'm going to scream.
He goes for a tower.
That's not bad. Just make a blacksmith, bro. Also, Vinch is looking with the archers. Oh, no.
He's going to find it.
Oh, no. Capoch.
Yeah, he'll find it. And this is the key to defeating this Bohemian strat, right? You got to cut off the wood. Cut off the wood supply early. And stall out that momentum. Capoch is gone for a blacksmith. Oh, God. He's going to be like, why do I have 180 wood in the bank?
This is a classic, right? Like, it is a new Civ.
Yeah.
And there's all these quirky little things that we as casters, we harp on about all the time. But this is a moment. Like, Vinchester has nothing on food, dude. He's nothing on food. Vinchester's all in. If he would have had a faster castle age, could be in a much better position here.
I think this is also what happens when you see an OP strat and you copy it rather than pioneering it. You know what I mean? Because then if this was someone like Tato or someone like Doubt, they would probably prioritize walling in their wood economy so it can't be towered first or finding a good spot.
Exactly.
They know the exact prices for the market for the blacksmith because they theory crafted it. They didn't just see it happening.
Now, what do you do? Okay, so, I mean, he's still going to be in Castle Age, and Vinch's TC is right next to him. So I think what I do if I'm Capoch right now is I buy stone, I drop a tower so this tower doesn't go up for Vinch, and then I just plan on buying wood and going all in siege for that TC.
Did all his vills on the lumber camp die?
He lost most of them, yes. He's lost only 4 villagers, though, so he had like 6 there at one point.
Yeah, I'm just wondering where they went off to. I guess they went back to his main TC.
He's got 3 vills in the north on stone right now, and Vinch is scouting around.
Oh, he sees it with the house. Wow.
And Vinch finds it. So he's going to send archers over there, but I like the tower from Capoch. It actually protects his wood, and it protects his stone a little bit. Obviously, the situation sucks, but still. Villager down for Vinch next to the TC from Capoch. Good work. Telling you, just use the market here. Just buy res if you're Capoch. You can do this. And here come the archers. He gets in the tower, but now he has to fight the archers.
Yeah. He has to fight against fletching archers, 5 of them with the villagers. He's going to lose some of them. He will take out the archers eventually, and good micro from him to keep garrisoning the weak villagers in the towers. Great stuff from Capoch. Good recovery.
Also,
but there's 3 more archers here. Oh my god.
But the house wall prevents them from getting underneath and joining the party, and Capoch, he's maybe in a spot where he could still do this.
Yep.
He opens up with a monastery. He really needs to buy some res, and there he goes. He's just going to buy wood, Dave. He could have so many monks and so much siege here in a second. What does Vinch do? Vinch has 6 on food. He's forever feudal age.
Well, I mean, it's only 1 monastery at the moment. He needs more, I think. The Siege Workshop is about to go down, but with what wood? He's going to have to buy wood for his siege, too.
Buy it all. Also, Vinchester he's scrambling down a market. He had 10 villagers just chilling out doing nothing because they're out of deer now. And while you can kind of farm anywhere if you're Khmer, and that helps on the outer ring, this is not the eco that takes you up towards the next stage.
God, this map is so ridiculous.
I love it. I love it.
I also love, dude, look at all the random farms near Capoch's old woodline. It's like Vinchester's just like, yeah, I'm Khmer. What about it?
That's Khmer, yeah. Yeah, they're everywhere. And that's always good if Capoch is going to try and hunt you down. But that's been Vinchester's role in this game. And Capoch, he's going to try and push the TC. And I'm actually not a fan of him going for the tower first. I think you can avoid that tower.
Yeah, it's not really doing anything.
But I guess in the end, you are going to be able to take that out pretty quickly. But there goes Vinch, dude. Do you... Can he make it to Castle Age here, man?
He
Do you
can.
tower in front of your TC?
No,
'Cause
you can definitely make it there.
Okay.
Capoch is going to need to keep buying wood. Look, Capoch goes after the archer ranges first. Vinchester will send the archers over there. He'll actually spot a monk, so he can take that out. That's a good pick for him, as Capoch went for that relic. And,
I don't agree with
he's
that.
still got an archer in the north there, waiting for those villagers to get close to the mining camp.
Yeah, listen, Capoch, you need mangonels, dude. You need to be buying wood here. All in monks, all in siege. You've got all this on gold, just buy wood. You need to have constant siege production. I'm actually so shocked that he has only one mangonel at this point. He's been in Castle Age for a few minutes.
And the
look at
archers are
Vinch
in on the gold.
sniping the weak vills.
Yep. That's another monk that went down too.
So fervor, we talked about it. Makes your villagers faster. Definitely helps here.
Sanctity helps too.
Yep. And
Gives
not
him
getting
extra
any of these
HP.
upgrades. He hasn't even hit the TC once. I am shocked. I really thought that TC was going to be under threat here.
Or
But he did
just-
take out the ranges, I guess.
He's buying food now. Capoch is buying food. I feel like villager production is not the key here. It's
Yeah.
it's either buying stone for a castle or buying wood for more siege. Because the Castle Age will come in here from Vinch, and he's just going to go stable. And why not?
I mean, if Vinch can keep those archers on the move, this is great. But also, Vinchester won't have light cav when he arrives to Castle Age. He's making the stables. He only has 8 on food. He's getting forging. He's going to hope that he can take care of this. But we still could see Vinchester lose this TC. As somehow Capoch is only 2 villagers behind. Don't ask me how that's happened. A crazy game.
I keep looking up to the north, just hoping that Vinchester will not right-click that mining camp and kill some of these villagers. But the archer's been working on that forever.
Yeah.
Now we have 3 mangonels here. How many scouts do you think you need for this? I think you need like...
I like 6.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the castle. He bought himself a castle. There it is.
This is an amazing castle, Dave, because
Yep.
now there's a choke, and now you're kind of forced to engage before 6.
And oh no, dude, you're going for a castle, Vinchester. Going for a castle of his own. He's going to try and pop out with the light cav here and kill the monks. He's got a lot of villagers building that.
Oh, my word, dude. I mean, we know the castle goes up for Capoch. Vinchester could lose his Vill lead right here. The TC does help him a little if he wants to hop in and out, but the castle's up. This is at 85%. We're in game 4, and this could be
This is a
sending us
doubt
to
castle.
game 5.
It's literally that castle was one of the worst ideas. Oh, it goes up. It goes up. All the villagers die
It'll just
though.
get rammed down. It'll just get rammed down.
One of the
Vinch had
worst
no clue what to
ideas
do.
I've ever seen.
Well, okay, so
Oh,
as all the siege goes down, I guess what does Vinchester do other than that, right? Like, to play devil's advocate here, if he doesn't place a castle, he probably loses.
What does
the
he do
TC.
other than that? You don't get the light cav upgrade in husbandry. You just start producing scouts right away from both your stables, and then you can take that fight. And Capoch never places that castle. I think it was a big mistake to get light cav there and husbandry.
I think he should have at least prioritized making the scouts a minute or 2 earlier.
Yeah.
Right? Just a little late. But we talked about the timings, and this is high pressure stuff. Capoch could have been eating that TC 2 minutes earlier. Lots of craziness as we have 0 on food for Capoch, 5 on food for Vinchester, and Vinchester's going to try. He's probably thinking that he has a pretty solid Vill count still compared to Capoch, but Capoch didn't lose that many in this game.
Vinch could still clear up all this stuff on the jungle camp, as me and Bullet Chid would call it.
The jungle camp. Yeah, get
all the
crossbow,
vills
maybe?
over here. Like, if you send the light cav over here, you can kill 11 villagers from Capoch.
Also, if you ever wanted a civ that would allow you to expand around the map and boom it randomly, Khmer would be it.
This Hussite wagon is going to be so brutal to take out. Look at the Pierce arm on that thing. Oh, God.
Those archers. Yeah, also the siege, well, I guess he lost his mangonels, but you can just bring in some rams with your wagons to attack the TC. The light cav's now getting value. What is it with Capoch in game 5s, dude?
It's
I
like,
think his first round was game 5, his third round was game 5.
it's like games where he's down and out, too.
Yeah.
Or he's really struggled at the beginning. He's really good on comebacks. It's the game face, dude. I swear to God, it's the game face.
He's a fighter. Listen, as much as, when it comes to ranked games, I will occasionally frown upon the sweatiness. The playing every ranked game like it's the most important game of your life. As much as, we discuss that from time to time, you can't say with Capoch it doesn't pay off.
Yeah.
Because I think he just has that knack for somehow making it happen.
Dude, Vinch needs to do something about these vills in the north. Like, this has been far too long where he could have damaged it somehow, and he just hasn't. He's been focusing other areas, and, like, Capoch has gotten away with murder up here.
The problem is he's not floating enough food and wood to sell anything at the market, and he has no gold income to buy anything at the market. So he genuinely can't really afford anything right now, and he's going to lose his market as well, as Redemption now comes in for Capoch. And Dave, all Capoch needs is to bring 10 more vills.
Yep.
After Redemption completes, convert the Siege Workshop, convert the Siege, and just drop a castle on Vinch, and we're going to game 5.
Oh, look, one Hussite wagon will clear up all this pressure in the north from Vinchester.
Yeah.
Oh, he had so many opportunities. Like, he had an archer chilling there on the mining camp for so long. He had archers near the wood lines as well.
Well, he can't. The problem is he's literally as close to that tower as he can be without dying there. So he's put his units on stand ground, I think.
No, he could have ranged the... See, he's ranging them right now. Like, he could have ranged them earlier. He was actually attacking that. I don't know why.
No,
maybe...
I think it's just because he couldn't hit the vills at the time and hit the mining camp. But
yeah. Anyway, monks will go down here from Capoch. He almost has enough for another castle. Where do you put it? Do you go forward and put it? You take that risk?
You could go safe, and I think you're still fine. But he kind of needs wood secured right now. Great job from Vinch. He actually brought Light Cav over. He's back on the wood line, Dave. Still just putting them on stand grounds, hoping they'll chop trees to get a little closer. I would go forward personally, but obviously mistakes can be made if you do that.
It's going to kill the stone villagers now. Okay, finally. And Capoch is coming forward for the castle. He's got monks to support. He's got redemption, so that Mangonel won't do much. He's got a Mangonel of his own, and he's got 15 villagers just to make sure that it happens.
I feel like if this was a realistic scenario, the wood villagers would be so pissed. They're like, guys, we heard in the news about all the military we have. Come save us.
Mm-hmm.
Those villagers are just stranded as these villagers walk forward, and they head right towards that castle, and that castle will likely complete. Villagers will die here. Capoch needs to convert the siege.
That's 100. That castle is 100% completed. 100%.
Sheep goes down. Still hasn't converted the siege.
Light Cav are in the back. So if Capoch isn't on his game here, they could kill some monks, but there's enough Hussite wagons there to support this. I'm surprised he hasn't even tried to convert that siege yet. What's going on? Oh, now he converts with everything.
There we go. There we go. And Vinch is forced to delete Dave. But again, as we said, we think this castle goes up. This has been a long, eventful series. You're definitely starting to see some lack of execution from time to time because of how crazy it's been. But when that castle's up, Vinch just has to run again. And Vinch just can't play this game. I don't think so anyways. I don't think he can just reboom constantly.
God, like, Sanctity isn't going to save you from a fully garrisoned TC. Capoch just lost so many vills there, but
that could
Light
still
Cav
be denied.
Come in. Castle is at 90%. The Light Cav are converted, though, by the monks, and the Hussite wagons are behind, and Vinch calls the GG.
Wow.
And, man, Vinchester had such a good opening. Such a good opening, and I think it all went wrong for him as soon as he didn't keep the archers, like, in the north, denying the wood line. And the castle. The castle was a big fail from him as well.
I'm trying to go back, because at one point, I just randomly saw that Capoch had 3 on stone.
Yep.
And it was really early, so I think Vinchester, he spotted when the villagers ran their way the first time, but he just needed to prevent some expansion, and he tried his best. Honestly, that's a situation, he went to stone at like 17 minutes. But Dave, maybe that's a situation where if the woodline Capoch chose had like 2 fewer lines of trees, that Vinchester clears out the entire woodline, and then it's a slightly different game. But we go to game 5, and I think that means we're on one of Vinchester's home maps.
Yep.
Bohemians get the win again, and we will have the final game on the Golden Hill? It is Golden Hill. Ooh.
Man, that shows you how strong that strategy is with that brutal start from Capoch.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal, and he still wins.
So now we've got Indians available for Vinch and Mongols. He's got that remaining for Golden Hill. I have not seen any of those civs on Golden Hill before. And then for Capoch, he has Koreans and Celts, and we've seen Koreans do pretty well on Golden Hill, so not a bad spot for the Argentinian at all.
All right. I'm going to load up into the game right now, and I'm seeing Koreans for Capoch, which I love, and then, of course, Indians for Vinchester, and I'm paused at 11 seconds this time.
11 seconds. Dude, I'm like, I shouldn't be this way. It's just a quarterfinal, but I'm a little shaky right now. 3, 2, 1, go. Game number 5. This is what we want to see, ladies and gents. And Dave, you said 3-1, and I don't think I said my prediction, but I'll be honest. I would have said 3-1 Vinchester going into this best of 5. I would have said 3-1 backed going into the best of 5 against Capoch.
Yep.
I would have said a lot that would have counted Capoch out, and yet here he is. He has a great civ and an amazing starting town center.
Yeah, great starting town center, but probably a better starting town center for Vinchester because he has food right underneath.
That's true.
With the Indians. And of course, he's going to get a little bit more food from fishing on those shore fish with the villager. He's got a good dock position there. Capoch prioritizing the TC first, and then he'll go out for the dock afterwards.
Koreans, arguably the best civilization here. I think we've seen a lot of Malay. We've seen a lot of water civs here. Koreans are kind of special in that they can do water and also have the towers and the wagons. But what about Indians? I mean, Indians are definitely a civ that I feel are good on all maps because of how cheap their vills are. But I don't see them as a civ that necessarily suits this type of map.
I think if the Koreans get the center, Indians have potential in that they can get some raids going on the opponent's island, right? You can almost ignore that center area, just use your eco and spam in light cav.
Yeah, true.
Which is going to work a lot better than the longsword attempt earlier today with the Malay that we saw from Bad Boy. Less likely to be countered by the towers that we saw Tato getting up. But still, Indians, not the first civilization that would come to mind for me for this.
And most likely, Vinchester drafted Indians for Grapple. And then he ended up using... I think at some point he kind of screwed up his draft a teensy bit because Byzantines he ended up using for Grapple. So he double-picked. And then Mongols, I'm not really sure where Mongols would have fit his plans. I'm not sure. But obviously, it's all about execution here. This minimap kind of looks like a face. Like some dude with a giant nose. You seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm squinting at it. I'm going to look at it upside down.
I mean, it's a stretch, right? But where the TCs are, those are the eyes. Then you've got the giant nose. Right?
What the fuck kind of face? What is this? It's not a face.
You're really not even going to pretend you don't see anything.
I don't see
that looks like a
anything,
face
dude.
right
I'm
now.
literally squinting at my screen.
How is squinting going to...
Because...
No one? Okay, my chat's hating me too. Okay, I really thought you were giving me a hard time, Dave, but I apologize.
No,
Apparently,
see, I don't see any
being too
sort
creative.
of face. Yeah.
Okay. Don't do drugs, kids. Yes, this is true. This is true.
Well, Capoch did find a boar right away. And Vinchester has the deer, and he delayed a long time to get to the deer. He was on wood very, very early, and that means he had the fishing ship out a little bit faster. He will find the sheep as well, so now he can scout the rest of his island. Nothing to the north there, but there is a boar fairly close to the south that he should find.
Yeah, I would say that it's so fun to cast set back to back because we can kind of compare how players play things. And you remember how I think Bad Boy with the Malay scouted with 2 vills. Maybe Vinchester, I guess he's got the deer for now. But maybe he's going to want to find a boar sooner rather than later. Looks like the sheep are going to do the job.
One thing I guess if
That
you lose water, or if you're looking for fast up times, if you're in Vinchester's position, you can just go and mill the shorefish, and Indians will get you up there really, really quickly. So he's also got a great shorefish position there with like 4 ponds right near his TC.
Yeah, bring in the boar now. And that's a strat we've seen more so on Grapple. I think there's more shorefish there, but also fighting for water is a little less important. it's interesting because there's not a ton of fish out there to compete for, but it is still enough. And then having the control over the middle is obviously important.
Koreans are so good here for Capoch. Like, he found so much with the villager scouting. He's bringing in his second boar now. He found those deer already. He's got a sheep in the south and in the north, finding more food. Is he going to mill that? I guess
Yeah,
so. Weird.
I feel like if he mills this, I mean, it's not a bad mill, but then that delays his lumber camp.
Well, I
So,
mean, if
will be
he's going
interesting.
for a fast castle type of play, it's not bad. But
I
if
mean,
he's
honestly,
going for like
he'll still
early
be
up,
able to lumber camp. Yeah,
I'm thinking more of wood for the docks than just a lumber camp, right?
yeah.
Tells me he's probably not going that early up, maybe.
Well, what's weird is you wouldn't think it's that big a deal because you're going to be spending 100 to 100 regardless, but
Yeah.
a lot of times you can't get the lumber camp at the proper time to get your wood upgrade. So you could get the dock because you have wood next to your TC, but then it's this never-ending cycle where you're like losing wood essentially because you missed those upgrades. So I think you're right. Maybe an FC play. Finch is getting loomed, Dave. Finch is
Vinchester's
going to
going
click up here.
Yeah, 5 fishing ships only. He's saving his wood for docks. And for the lumber camp, which he's already made, he's now sending 3 villagers to the middle.
To the guy
They're
in
walking
my
in a
chat
line.
trying to
So nice.
to the person trying to defend the fact that this looks like a face, we could drop it, man. You don't need to defend my honor here.
I had one guy in my chat of like 4,300 people. He's like, I'm high as balls, and it's definitely a face. That's
Yeah.
it. One guy.
Thanks, buddy. That makes me feel good. But no, it's all right. This is not where you have to die on a hill for me. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Capoch Dave still hasn't clicked up. He's on gold at a time where maybe I'm still thinking fast castle. And the theme over the last 2 weekends has been players who are taking gold will oftentimes actually go to the middle to take the gold, have some stone there, and maybe think about towering it.
Well, it's going to be dock versus dock on the south side, and Capoch still hasn't clicked up. Wow, second dock without clicking up yet. I guess you're going a long way for your fish, so you kind of need it anyway, but Vinchester is going to be way faster, and Vinchester is already going to be on gold in the middle.
Okay, this is what I want to see from Vinch. When he realizes he's going to win water, I want to see a full stone wall on the front side. That way, Capoch can never come to the middle to tower. And just patrol on the shoreline. Never allow Capoch back on water in Castle H.
I think there's a chance here. I think Indians might be the only civ I would suggest this with, but don't really add that many more fishing ships once you get control over it. I think you should go spend the wood on more mills, maybe, and send some more villagers over there and get up to Castle Age as fast as you can. If you know your opponent's going for an FC. Okay, there's one villager there from Capoch. He spots the tower from Vinchester.
Capoch sending another Ville, thinking about it. Vinchester a little preemptive with his tower, I feel. There's no real reason to place that tower except for maybe it being a game 5 and there being a lot of on the line
Here come the Vills for Capoch.
Yeah.
Here they come.
But what does the tower? The tower protects your resources, I guess. Well, you know what is going to be awkward for Capoch here is the gold's kind of positioned towards the backside of the island. We can't actually tower the gold from Vinchester too easily.
Honestly, if I'm in Vinchester's position, I make one demo raft and then I YOLO all 8 of these villagers at Capoch, force them to retreat, and then boom his Vills in the middle there.
I'm not sure about the demo, but I love the idea of not allowing him to tower. Yeah, I think you should have as many Vills, if not more, as Capoch in the middle.
Yep.
You have water control. So this is so far kind of the correct move from Vinchester, but he probably needs to pull a few more Vills.
Yep.
He doesn't have the stone to tower, Dave. So the tower could go up for Capoch if he doesn't rush this down.
And he's trying to deny the dock from Capoch in the north, but Capoch manages to get that up, and Capoch will be making fire galleys, and he's a little bit distracted right now. More villagers on the way from Vinchester. He keeps sending them, Tristan. It's what we want to see, and the villagers from Capoch being intercepted by the fire galley. So by the time they get there, they're going to be very weak. Tower goes down. Capoch only with 106 stone. Vinchester is winning this villager war right now.
Like, what's the plan here for Capoch, too? Slow feudal into late water, into not going on stone? He can't even make another tower. It really doesn't feel as structured as we've seen Koreans in the past, but he does actually have fire galleys on the fish now from Vinchester.
Yep.
And Vinchester, I guess it was not on gold as much as he'd want. Now we see the mining camp for Capoch, and Vinch is like, here, have it.
Yeah.
What? I
You
guess
can-
Vinch will tower this.
You
in a
can take
second.
that, and I'm going to tower behind, and there's no way you can villager rush this.
Wow, this got real crazy, man. This got incredible. And okay, so now I'm wondering, can Capoch make his own tower? Can he drop off his stone? Yes, now he can. Just barely. What a
Makes
crazy
his own
game.
tower. These towers will be a lot stronger when he gets to Castle Age eventually.
Wall of
with
Capoch.
Koreans.
You need a palisade. He's
Is
obviously
Vinchester
focused
going to
on the
wall
water.
behind this stuff? No, he's going to attack the Vill with one of his. Okay. Wants a villager attacking that tower.
That's perfect.
And that's really great. He's going to wall it in now. Yeah, that's perfect. He's always going to win this now.
I think Capoch's plan, I can see it now. It actually worked out on water. My issue with it was just the fact that he didn't go to stone at home.
Mm-hmm.
2 villagers on stone this entire time at home would have meant that
Oh,
he
look
could
at
make
that
more
gate.
towers.
Look at that gate from Vinchester. He's trapping all of these villagers in here.
Now they're going to play this crazy hop in and out of the tower game because actually there's not a lot of room for Capoch's villagers to move, which means sometimes they'll bug into the tower when they can't, when there's no space for them anymore, which makes it harder to kill. Let's see.
He always
repair.
loses this, though. He can't collect more stones, so eventually he runs out.
True. He just bought stone, actually.
Okay, never mind. He can collect stone. The power of economics.
I actually think once the gate's complete, then Capoch is 100% dead in the middle because the villager attacking does a lot here. Oh, man. It's funny is Capoch still has decent, or had decent water control. I take it back, actually. He lost everything on water. Wow.
Immediate reversal there.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
I looked and I was like, yeah, that's really bad.
8 fire galleys from Vinchester. Damn, dude. Damn, and Koreans can't make demo ships, so you're never getting back. Yeah, Capoch is completely dead here.
I mean, he's certainly dead when it comes to this stage of
He
the
needs
game,
to buy
right?
more stone. He needs to buy more stone just to save those vills.
What a play from Vinch, dude. I think, honestly, it was such a basic move to just palisade between the stone and the
Wait.
gold when you're building your tower. I'm so
Wait.
surprised that Capoch didn't do that.
How did
What?
he escape with 2 of these villagers?
What? No, I thought he... Oh, wait, what?
How did
What? Were those 2 villagers doing something else? Let's
they
see,
were the
let's do math.
dock vills?
He had 5 fishing ships.
Okay, that
He
makes sense.
lost that,
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
he lost the vills. Yeah, I think those were other villagers.
Okay, I thought they just teleported randomly because I didn't see the other ones die, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Okay, so now
Well,
Vinchester is on stone with a ton.
yeah.
And he's going up to Castle Age, and Capoch is about to click up. Capoch does have access to turtle ships in the next stage, but there's so much on water still from Vinchester. If he gets the upgrade, he should be able to counter that play.
Okay, there's one thing that Capoch used against back that we haven't talked about yet. Can he get a tiger from Gaia to run into the middle and snipe all those weak vills? That could be a game changer right now. Come on, Capoch.
I mean, maybe. Loom is in, though. Loom is in.
I think you could argue that Capoch is in this best-of-5 quarterfinal because of that tiger.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't be a bad argument at all. I mean, Backed almost won that game even after losing 4 villagers to
Yeah.
1 tiger. I really like the fact that Vinchester even added more fires here. He's going
Just
to
in
keep
case.
water control. He's going to get the castle in the middle, and he's going to feel like he's in a really good position because he killed not only the fishing ships, but also those 4 villagers from Capoch on the
I
tower.
think the only way now for Capoch is a transport into some guard tower siege push. You have to give up the middle. There's no way you compete for that.
There's a dock
He
in
is
the
going to
north.
try and dock the north.
Yep.
He's not making... Oh, he can't make turtles because he's so late to Castle Age. Makes sense. But, man, dude, I have to question the opening. If you're going to go towers in the middle, you go earlier. If you're going to go fires, I think you have to go faster feudal as well. So, kind of set himself back. Granted, Vinchester's played really well. And look at Vinch now, Dave. He's going to expand to the north with some of his navy.
Yep.
He knows there might be a sneak. This is the only way that he really loses this now. And, oh, he might miss it.
Well,
He sees it, and
he'll
he
see
can
it
deny
being
that dock.
created, and of course the fire galleys and the galley just completely ignore the villager. Okay, there we go. Now he's sending the galley over. Dock will not be completed for Capoch. He goes for 2 extra TCs.
There's still potential for Capoch if he can get a crazy boom going. I mean, I wouldn't resign here. You have enough golden stone at home to work for now. We have Cav Archers, though, for Vinch, Dave, and he could just run right in, and there's just nothing Capoch can do against any land military at the moment.
He TC'd on stones, so maybe he can get some guard towers set up around here or extra town centers to protect his eco, but the Cav Archers are just going to be a distraction while Vinchester booms up with the water control and with the middle control as well behind this. Another dock foundation in the south. Capoch is going there as well. Vinchester had one fire galley patrolling. There's a fire galley there from Capoch too, so potential to wipe that up and actually get across. First turtle ship went down to feudal navy.
It did get 3 kills though. I feel like if I were to question anything from Vinch right now, it would be not getting the war galley upgrade, because that dock that's creating a new turtle should never be creating a new turtle. And he should be able to do more damage against the docks in the south from Capoch.
Yep.
I actually think Capoch has a chance to come back on water here right now. Oh, will the dock go down, though? Yep. Oh, it went down at 96%. That hurts.
Well, the dock in the south is making turtle ships now. And it's not for a transport play. It's for turtle ships.
Okay.
I like the fact Vinchester was scouting for those docks. That's like a standard player after you win water, right? To patrol units up there and down here to find it. But he didn't quite have enough, and he wasn't paying enough attention, so it happens anyway. And now he's got to get War Galley right now.
Yeah, he's getting it. Turtle pops out. Now, this turtle needs to be repaired. This turtle will still go down. Capoch is probably distracted because the Cav Archers are in now. Villager goes down there, and this is eventful, but still Vinchester 20 seconds away from water upgrades. Holding on water, harassing on land. TC, though, will take care of these Cav Archers. If only they had demos, dude. One demo.
Yep.
One demo there will be so strong. What do you think of the 2 TC approach from Vinch? Instead of, like 2 TCs on land, I should say, and then the 1 in the center island. What do you think about that?
I like it. I like it. Don't overboom here. Keep producing on water. Try and prevent him from getting on there. That's Capoch's win condition, right? That he has some form of map control. Because Koreans stuck on their own little island with no gold access are not a very good option.
Honestly, I feel like turtle ships kind of suck. Like, he just lost 2 turtles against 4 fires and unupgraded war galleys.
You definitely need room to play with them. And he's going to go to the south now. He can take out the one in the middle. He does not.
It's hard to
the other
micro,
one.
apparently.
Oh, there we go. Okay, gets another one. He can kill these fire ships, but there's another one coming. It's going to wipe him up.
It's like the clunkiest unit ever. Remember the conversation we had on the clunkiest units in the game?
War Galley, War Elephant.
All the things with war and then turtle ship. As we see a castle from Vinch. And, oh, God, is Capoch going to try and drop his own here? He kind of has to. He's dropping it on the edge of the map. Wait, hold on. He hasn't decided. Okay, that's a much better castle for Capoch, if he can get it up.
A repeat of last game, it feels like.
Yeah. It's certainly a repeat of last game in that one player has control of the middle behind this, right? And I think it's even more important on this map. And I just feel like that castle for Vinch does so much. It allows him so much freedom to do whatever he wants on water as he's trying and still continuing to take out docks, and then probably just wants to head towards Imperial. And Capoch, his win condition with Koreans is passed. Like, you need the turtle ships to do something. You need guard tower to do something.
Yep.
And those bonuses just did nothing in this game for him. In fact, it played right into Vinchester's hands, if anything. You got a tower there for Capoch to take Vinchester off stone.
It's a good denial.
Vinchester. Yeah, good move, because you need the stone as well, right? You've got limited resources here. I say just
Capoch
go in
is scouting. Oh, Capoch can't see the gold in the corner.
He can't even see his own golds.
Bro.
Oh, God. That's bad.
Such a shame. That's like half a tile away. We can see it.
I mean,
but he can't.
He should know it's there, right? He should know it's there. It's how the map is structured. But at the same time, he has scouted an awful lot, so that is really unfortunate.
He's trying to redock again in the south, and now Vinch is on the way up to Imp. Oh boy, more turtle ships coming out.
Yeah, dude. I think Vinch he plays into water control and amp. He plays into trebs. Capoch is opening and Feudal just set him so far back. It didn't give him any advantages on water. It played right into Vinchester's hands on land. And we questioned Indians a little bit, but we have not questioned Vinchester's approach here at all. Kind of a meh game overall, just because of how good he's played this and how amazing he's looked behind it. He's got farming eco too. It's not just shorefish now.
He's got
Perfect
2 turtles
on
now.
gold.
Keeps reminding me.
Okay.
Do you remember back in the day, the Turtles chocolate, the commercials they used to have for those?
Turtles chocolate.
Yeah, you know the Turtles chocolate things. You know that.
I
Do you
think
remember?
I
Do you remember
remember-
the jingle that they used to have?
I
feel
think
like
I remember
Capoch
the
is a fan.
chocolates, but I don't remember any jingles.
It
You
went
wanna
like
sing
it was
for
like,
us?
I love turtles.
Was that
that's-
really it.
Yeah, and I think that's Capoch's favorite song right now. Honestly, I think he's
It's-
humming it to himself.
It's so sad to see him selling food right now to get gold when he's got gold in the back. It's so sad. Yeah, Dave. I think I remember the chocolate, but I don't remember the commercials. So.
Yep.
But that's the most interesting thing that I've learned in the last 2 minutes, because I'm pretty sure Capoch just doesn't want to accept this as finish. So sad. Again, he's no stranger to game 5s. He went to in round 1, he went to game 5.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, again, as we mentioned many times, beat back 3-2.
The ZGG here as Imp comes in because he's gonna get Treb down. He keeps on fighting. He's got the warrior spirit here. He goes for a castle on the shoreline, potentially to get into more turtle ships.
Yeah, I think he doesn't call it right now. He just found his gold, so he might have another 30 seconds in him. But when he loses the forward castle and then another castle comes in, that's when he calls it. I think he'll have no choice at that point, because he can't imp right now. He can't imp. He was so late to goal, he's going to try.
He can't
But
imp.
by the time he's there, he'll just lose everything to Trebs.
Looks like he can. Sell a little bit, maybe. Sell some wood. Sell some stone. Well, you need the stone to repair. He doesn't want to sell that. Sell some food. Sell some more wood. Sell some more food. Sell,
And
sell,
then-
sell,
And
sell.
then go imp
Sell.
with the TC building in the south. Do not go imp for the other TCs, because that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Vinch is actually focusing on the town centers before the castle. I guess he's got another treble in the castle.
Oh, thank God Capoch didn't go. Which TC did he go up with? Okay, the one in
He
the
just
south.
built it
Good.
in the south.
Yeah. Good. The castle
Galleon on the way for
is
Vinch.
going down. Capoch can't even try to save that. And it's a siege workshop for Capoch.
He is getting some upgrades now, so he's going to get Bodkin. He's getting Wheelbarrow. But, you know, for military, even with Bodkin, I still don't know what you make. He's got a castle at home that won't go down for now, so he could make a couple wagons maybe, but I see a barracks, probably an archer range, and it just feels like, as we have to give Capoch credit for somehow having 54 on food, because that's insane.
He had 38 farms with no wheelbarrow, though.
Yeah, true.
Bit rough.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to see how many farmers he has, because a lot of his food villagers are still on berries and shorefish.
I counted. I clicked the farms and it had 38, I believe.
Yeah, okay. Wait, the 38 or 37?
There was 38.
Oh, okay. Not a bad build order. You probably don't get that reference at all, and that's fine.
No, I don't.
Yeah. All right. Cannon Galleon on the way. Elite Cannon Galleon, I should say, because
Yeah.
you can make Cannon
mean,
Galleons
Vinch-
after chemistry.
Vinch can afford everything, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 107 villagers, has access to the middle, plenty of gold, plenty of stone, plenty of everything. Indians, he was taking the shorefish all game. I haven't even looked at his eco. I just assumed it was good, and it is. And now he's going into 4 stables in the middle. Should be light cav in this situation. Well, he doesn't have really the food. Huh.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he's just done a great job investing his wood and his gold in this game. Fires, trebs, of course the castle's helped, but he'll have time. He can add farms. He's doing it at home now. And I think both these players know this game is over. Capoch just doesn't want to give up.
Yep.
It's a $25,000 tourney. He's a high-level player. He wants to make sure it's over before it's over. And basically, he's waiting for Vinch to kill him. And to be fair, Vinch has been imp for a long time.
Yep.
So Vinch hasn't exactly gone for the finishing blow yet.
And
I
Capoch,
think he was playing safe.
like, Capoch doesn't know the eco expansion from Vinch. There's a chance he could have idle time and whatnot. He only sees 1 extra TC, Could be just a 2TC play. He's not 100% sure. That's why he's continuing to play on. The castle will go up, though. Skirmisher switch is on the way from Capoch, going for university. Still has 104 villagers in this tiny little area here.
Vinch is really enjoying this, dude.
Yeah,
He's taking
really
his good
is.
old time. He still doesn't even have castle age armor on his camels. But, you know, one castle goes up. The siege comes in behind it.
Capoch is housed. He's lost so many.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to stop either. He's got so much on the shoreline on the south side. Another castle for Vinchester. Vinchester just chilling out, having a good old time. He's envisioning his success in the semifinals tomorrow.
Top 4, baby.
There we go. Well, I think when you see the camels, you call the GG here if you're Capoch. Because you'll see the camels, you'll know what that means. It means everything you're going into, mainly Skirmisher, but even the Arbs are going to have some troubles against stable units.
He keeps fighting. He keeps
there he
fighting.
goes.
Okay, GG, well played. Congrats. Good luck. Vinchester
Dude.
says, thanks.
What a back and forth series. Literally, a back and forth series. Vinchester started off the day with a victory, ends the day with a victory. Capoch will probably be so disappointed in how he opened this game, though. He played so well and fought back from tough positions in this series, but he didn't really go into a build order that gave him any chances here. The water looked good for a time, but why would you not go to stone at home when you have no guarantee of taking the resources in the middle? That's still just such a big, big blow for me. I can't get over that, but, you know, it is what it is. High-level players, Vinchester moves on to the semi. And I don't think I could say that he doesn't deserve it.
Honestly, though, if you're looking at the civs, I can see why Capoch maybe went a little bit later. If you're looking at the civs, you're up against Indians, right? Up against Indians, do you expect them to already be in the center in that situation if they're going for water control?
Yeah,
you expect
true.
Vinch, because Vinch went to the center to putting mining camp on the gold there. He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't put a mining camp on his gold at home. He went to the center. He took that risk. And he already had Ville stationed there. And he made a tower already. Not something you would generally expect from Indians, but still, I agree with you. Capoch, in his build, regardless of the civ he's matching up against, should probably have sent Vills there earlier.